YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, you have his brother-in-law TJ, my beautiful wife's behind the camera to do comments. We may or may not get my sister-in-law Katie, who knows, but we're doing a virtual beer festival. So Project Brew happens every semester at Niagara College. It's all the students. We have the 2-4 right here of all the Project Brew beers. And yeah, so since they can't have the festivals, they still do all the beers. It's their final graded project. And yeah, John Downing, the brewmaster professor at the college, brought this to us. He said, you know, these guys thought that you should have this.
Now, I have a question for you, Chad, because I've heard of Project Brew, but I've never really done anything because I'm kind of new into all this with you. But so is it always a 2-4 worth of beer that they get done?
It's usually 18 students, 18 to 20 students, so a beer each.
Yep.
And then they'll usually do a collaboration with some brewery, and then they'll also usually do a collaboration as the entire class.
So they try and equal it out to 24 then, to do a full case, basically.
So, well, usually it's an actual festival, so you wouldn't buy it as a case. You would go to the festival, which would happen at Market Square in St. Catharines.
Oh, okay. But you wouldn't be able to go buy like a 2-4?
They would have whatever was left over after the festival, they would sell at the college.
Okay.
So yeah, we're here. Here's our tasting list. I know one of the students on here personally. He stayed at my house before. We brought him to do some brewing at a different brewery in town. And yeah, I guess we should start. Hey, let's start with, say, this one. What do we got here? Okay, so this is this here will be one of the collab ones. You notice there's no student name on here.
Okay.
And it's not on the list, so this is one of the collab ones. This is Berry Fields Raspberry and Black Currant Sour. And Alicia, you know to just scroll up every once in a while, see if you've missed any comments.
Yeah, there's no one there.
That's fine. I'm just
there's one person watching.
Who's watching?
Hello to whoever's watching. Ooh, that's a beautiful color. Oh, I didn't even say the ABV of this. I just said it was Berry Fields. There you are, sir.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
This is 4.8% alcohol by volume.
See, I like when we get a beer that's like this, where it's got this really great, different color than what a beer should look like. Because when you think beer, you either think that amber color or like dark stout. I love when you went like the reds.
There you go, Alicia. So yeah, bright red, pink head. I mean, it looks the part of a berry beer.
It really does.
Oh, it has
delicious.
That raspberry scent on it.
Really
Like both sweet raspberry and over ripened raspberry, where it's really mushy.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Out of the can. Oh, it's about the same out of the can. You actually get a little bit of the black currant out of the can.
All right.
Cheers, Lanche.
It's not bad.
No, that's really nice.
Yeah, it's got a nice sourness to it. It's the very sour raspberry taste to it. It's great. And no alcohol flavor. What was the alcohol? That's not bad.
So, I mean, this is one of those beers where it's a lot like, sorry, I'm just, first beer of the night, right? I'm getting all excited already. But this is a very, very interesting beer because you get that sweet raspberry flavor, but you also get a very tannic raspberry flavor, like when you get all those little seeds stuck in your teeth and stuff when you're eating the fresh raspberries, because that's the part that's really the most sour.
What?
Yeah, just...
That's the boss, isn't it?
It is.
What'd they say?
I knew because my phone beeped and your phone lit up at the same time, so I knew who it was. Nice, tart, berry, tannic. I really like that. Very refreshing. I would probably give that an 8 out of 10.
I give it a 7.5.
Okay.
I mean, raspberry isn't my favorite fruit in the world, so that's probably why I'm knocking it down a little bit. But it does taste just like raspberry. It even has that little bit of a gritty aftertaste to it.
Yeah,
it really does.
I agree.
How
about from yourself back there, honey?
I actually really enjoy this. I do. It's very... I like fruity things, so...
Can you pass me a bottle of water? Drop the case out.
Pass this one.
And we're both in frame and everything. Everything's good. Thank you.
Thanks.
You notice her job was to watch the camera, and she isn't caring about the camera?
I'm watching the camera. There's nothing to watch. There's 2 people watching, no comments. Jesus Christ, I check it periodically. Fuck off.
That's love, guys. That's love back there. And the wife doesn't drink a lot, so we dump hers. So to the students, it's not
It's not personal. I just don't drink a lot. I'm diabetic. That shit will kill me, especially if I drink enough of it.
Okay, next beer we'll just pull right from the center. What do we have next? We have Stiff Liver Saison from Liam Bulger.
Stiff liver.
Stiff
What a
Liver
name.
Saison. It is 6.4% alcohol by volume. Now let's find Stiff Liver on here. It's a great name. You're right. It really worries you. A light and smooth, dry hopped saison, brewed with a special Lithuanian farmhouse saison yeast. This yeast, called, I can't even fucking pronounce that, offers citrus and pepper characteristics that complement the freshly ground coriander and dry hop aromas. Now, estimated ABV on this is 5, but the can says 6.4. Makes me wonder what's going on here. Did they do this long before the beer was finished?
I have a question for you. So what is a saison? I've never really heard that term.
Okay.
Today was the first time. You mentioned it earlier today. I have no clue what a saison
A
is.
saison was originally a beer made for farm workers. The farm owner would brew up saisons and give them to his farm workers for nutrients and refreshment and all that. But it was while they were working out in the field. So realistically, truthfully, saisons were usually 3-4% alcohol.
They were cheap beer.
They were low alcohol beer so that you could drink them while you were out in the field and not kill yourself with a thrasher or something. 6.4 is high for a saison.
Still no comments.
Talk to us, guys. This is a virtual beer festival, for fuck's sakes.
I don't talk to you during the beer festival.
You talk to me, you liar.
I had a lot of fun at the beer festival talking on the remote or on the walkie-talkies there.
Because I have been to a couple project brews. I don't talk to you.
There you go, honey.
Does he get grumpy at them?
No.
No, but lots of people stop to talk to him. That smells like beer.
That is a very
Stiff Liver Saison. Golden color. Pretty clear. And you got the last pour. How was that yours? Yours is a little hazy?
Easy.
Okay.
I think there was a little bit of raspberry still in there.
So
she didn't clean it out.
Yeah, you get that like pepperiness, you get the coriander, you get a very, very, very apparent banana bread scent. At least I do. Peppery, banana, and coriander is what I'm
Tastes
picking
like
up.
hoppy beer.
Or you get the coriander a little bit in there. A little bit of the pepper, I guess. You can definitely smell the herbs, though.
Cheers. Cheers.
Tastes like hoppy beer.
Okay. So there is still that like almost rotting banana flavor right at the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Little bit of pepperiness, a little bit of like a barnyard funk. I don't get this hoppiness, but you really don't drink beer.
Nope,
so.
I really don't. And there's a reason for that.
No, I don't get much hoppy off of it.
It's gross.
I would have liked to taste more of the coriander and the pepper, though. I don't really taste.
No, it's the coriander's mostly just giving you that like drying feeling on the back of your tongue, and that little like dirtiness in the back.
I got a little excited when I heard coriander in there. I don't know. Maybe that's just the cooking meat, but I kind of.
For me, the biggest flavor I get is just like a sweet maltiness and banana. Those are my two biggest flavors in there.
I definitely get a bit of a sweetness on this one.
Tastes like grossness. Sorry.
Okay, I just drank a bunch of it. Like I just downed what was left in my glass, and that just leaves a slightly acidic and alcoholic type of burn in the back of my mouth. It's not a bad beer. It's not a bad beer at all. It's very yeasty. That's where that's coming from. It's just the yeast packets in there.
Do I get like a...
Out of 10 on this, I'd probably give this one a 6. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing that makes me go, ooh, I really want more of it.
Since I have to be on this side, give me a second.
I'd go 6. I'd definitely give it a 6.
Okay, so it was 2 6s. My wife didn't like it. We won't even ask her what she thought.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that my sister will give it a 2. And that's,
Let's say this one. Oh, already. So this is from Nicola Dusomi. This is my buddy Maple Ruski. So Maple Ruski was a beer reviewer.
I heard you bitch about this earlier today.
So Maple Ruski is a beer reviewer. Well, he was originally a beer reviewer. He came down with Redbeard to my place when I first separated from my wife. He came down to from my ex-wife. He came down to my place and they stayed for a while. We did a bunch of stuff. This is End of the Beginning, and it's also a saison. End of the Beginning is a great name for this because it's the end of beginning his life in the brewing industry. It's the end of his schooling, all that. Let's see what he has to say on here. First and foremost, though, this is 7.5% alcohol by volume. Fuck you, a saison is supposed to be low alcohol percentage. Go and give this to your farm workers while they're in the field fucking threshing your fucking field. See what happens.
Tell us how you really feel.
I just told you how I really feel. And I know that, see, this is the thing, right? Things have evolved and all that. What I find funny about saisons is almost every company that ever makes a saison will have on the bottle or on the can what a saison is. Oh, this was historically made for...
I've honestly never heard of a saison until today.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
but again, I'm not huge into the beer. Like, I really have never been... Like, when I was in high school and we started drinking, it was, Buds, Blue, shit like that. And I never really, after high school, I kind of found my love of rye, and that's just where I went. And so I very much enjoyed my whiskeys and stuff. It really wasn't until you came around that I started drinking different types of beer. And it's not that I hate beer. It was never my thing. But with you, I found a lot of beers I would go drink. That's for damn sure.
Looking for his name on this list so we can read his thing, but
Do you want me to look over it?
I found it. But anyway, he even has Maple Ruski on here.
Oh, he does.
So what I was going to say, though, is on almost every company that makes a saison in North America, you will see that story. This was historically made for this and this and this. But then you look at the ABV, and they're always 7, 8, 9% alcohol, and it just makes my mind boggle because you can't sit there and claim the history and try and make this be a throwback to that history and then go, but here's our 8% alcohol one that you're going to drink all day while you do farm work out in the sun. It's not going to work.
It's one of those things where you feel like there would be like a governing body a little bit to say.
Well, there is the BGCP, which is a North American body for the most part, and that's the thing, right? The North Americans wrote the style notes afterwards.
Yeah.
And in North America, as you know, bigger is better. So, what do we have here? This beer showcases the range of flavors of a typical saison, including barnyard, white grape, stone fruit, and white wine, with some unique notes of freshly picked fruit for a hint of sweetness. This stellar flavor profile will excite your palate and quench your thirst. Did you guys write your own descriptions? That's
I feel like this is
I don't think John wrote that. That doesn't sound like something John wrote, and that doesn't even look like something that the marketing team would have wrote. That looks like something Maple Ruski wrote. I love you, Nick. That looks like something you wrote.
He's calling you out.
Let's see how this is. 7.5% alcohol. We have so many of these to get through.
Let's hug and love, says Project Brew Bean.
Hey!
Project Brew Bean, what's going on?
Brad Jansen says, "Holy boats, guys! How late am I to this? I already got through 3 empties."
Yeah, you're not too late. We're pretty early.
We're just getting started. We're just quick drinkers. That's all.
Yeah, that's all. Here you go, honey. Okay.
My cigar is only halfway through, so we're
End of the Beginning. Brassy color.
Yours is way darker than mine.
I'm
sorry to say.
No, I think it was
No,
just
it's
the
about the
lighting.
same from here.
It's a brassy color. Okay. I get that barnyard funk. I get that stone fruit, a little bit of like peach, a little bit of apricot. It's kind of sweet out of the can.
It's much sweeter out of the can, yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Let's try her, sir. Cheers. Cheers, honey.
That has a very rich flavor to it.
Oh god, that's gross. Oh Jesus.
The barnyard is very apparent on that. That's horse blanket all the way.
That's a.
It's barnyardy. It has a lot of like bitter straw, and I wouldn't say I'm tasting any fresh picked fruit. I wouldn't say I'm tasting any coriander.
I almost want to say I feel like I'm licking the bottom of a horse stall.
Actually, there's almost a little bit of I know you have your cigar way over there, but it's way over there. I'm not really.
Yeah, I'm
getting any
keeping
of
it over here to get it out.
But I was going to say, like, when I first sat down, before we started, the cigar was closer, and I'm kind of getting that tobacco-ness that the cigar would give off, the stogie would give off in this.
It's pungent. I don't know if it's necessarily a bad pungent though, but it is.
I will give you 7.5% alcohol, and I'm not really getting an alcohol burn.
This is true. I will give you that one, that I'm not tasting the burn on it, but there is a pungency to it that it you kept mentioning barnyard, and honestly that is where my mind goes. I've hung out in a lot of barns.
This is a farm table beer, right? So it would have been like it's a farmhouse beer. So the reason that you get a lot of white pepper and black pepper and stuff like that, and coriander and cilantro and all that in these beers, is they would spice it with whatever was in their kitchens. So that's the type of thing you expect. So I mean, it's going right, but I mean, I'm looking at this right up here, and I'm not getting this stone fruit. I'm not getting this fresh picked fruit. I'm not getting this huge explosion of different flavors. Not saying it's a bad beer. I'm just saying this is why I hate when people talk about the taste of a beer in this. Tell me what's in your beer. Tell me maybe the history of your beer. Tell me why you made the beer, but don't tell me what I should be tasting. Let me decide.
Because everyone's going to taste something different.
Well, that's just it.
If you have someone like Alicia here who isn't a beer fan, she's not going to enjoy it.
I didn't taste anything.
No,
Gross.
She's not.
Well, the barnyard would have chased her away from this one.
Well, for
as
sure.
As soon as you had barnyard in there, she would have been like, yeah, no.
It is, yeah.
And
I don't think I'm going to be doing a second sip on it. I think I've had enough on the first sip.
Out of 10?
I love the 7.5, and there's no alcohol burn to it. That's fantastic. Because I've had a lot of beers where even you're hitting 5 and you're getting an alcohol taste, and it's like, I shouldn't be getting that. So I will give it some bonus points for that. But the flavor just isn't for me, so I think I'm going to go 6.5.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. I mean, and I'm probably right around the same thing. Nick, I like Maple Ruski. He's a great guy. I've tried some other of his beers. I've tried some of his small batch brew beers, and they're usually pretty good. This one just isn't really my thing, and it's not that it's off flavors or anything like that. It's just not my thing. I'm not a big Saison guy to begin with. I'm not a big higher ABV Saison guy, and I'm not a big let's try and make this Saison have a whole bunch of layers of flavor type of guy either, because something will always overpower in a Saison because it's such a light style of beer to begin with. Now I don't feel bad this way. I'm giving it a 6.5 as well. Like you've seen us be dumping some stuff. We have an entire virtual festival to do.
And so, yeah. I'm not gonna sit, and if I don't really care for the beer because there's so many to get through, I'm not gonna sit here and just drink a 7.5.
And you will notice that we basically are rinsing between every beer.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that too. One, because it rinses the cup, and two, because it rinses our palate. So
you know, the fucking Stogie's helping me with rinsing the palate. That's burning off everything at this point.
So next, let's do this one.
This is
okay. So this is Morning Coffee Buzz. It's a coffee stout with lactose by Shanna Wright. So let's put this here. Let's find Shanna Wright's right up.
You're big into the whole
4.8
brewing side of thing and understanding how the chemicals work and the chemistry side of things. What does lactose end up doing in a beer? Like
lactose is a sugar, as most people know, it's milk sugar, but the yeast can't ferment the lactose. So it's a way of back sweetening something or stabilizing something with a sweetness
without giving
that
more
isn't going to go.
flavor.
It won't go higher in ABV or anything like that. It's going to stay. It's going to stay that way.
Interesting.
So Shanna Wright, Morning Buzz, Morning Buzz, Morning Buzz. There's Maple Ruski. Here we go. Morning Coffee Buzz. Morning Coffee Buzz is a stout with very strong coffee flavors and aroma. This beer was steeped with partially crushed whole bean Columbia dark roast coffee for 2 days during cold crash. Ooh, cold crash is a good time to do this. The brew also has 2.5 kilograms of lactose in it, giving the beer sweet flavors that help mimic the classic double-double. And that's when you figure how small some of these batches are, 2.5 kilos of lactose is a lot of fucking lactose.
I feel like this is going to be very sweet, though.
It really could be. It really could be.
But you know what? I like the coffee stouts, And I find a lot of the coffee stouts end up coming off like a black coffee rather than, even though they have the lactose, and you now telling me what the lactose is there for, I'm now surprised that they're so rich rather than having a sweetness to them. I'm excited to see if this is going to have that double-double, because I do like a double-double. Like, I like my coffee black as well, but...
Black is the way I normally drink mine if I drink one, but yeah.
I'm weird. I will switch up. You know, Mom went to go get me a coffee the other day. She asked me, I said, yeah. And she, for some reason, well, sometimes I do, she wanted to get me a double-double, and I said, no, today I just feel like 2 milk. Because I will switch just depending on how I feel. I don't really give a shit. So I'll drink it black. I'll drink it with milk and sugar. I don't really give a shit.
So we're looking at a black beer. It's black as the black blood of the earth. It's a Mocha head, very creamy. Little tiny bit of a snap, crackle pop.
Smells like coffee.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, you can smell the Colombia
Actually,
in there.
out of the can, it does have that double scent to it. It's almost creamy and sweet.
That's fair.
That's a nice face you're making over there. Is it strong? What, you're twitching. You need to be on camera.
You just find like epilepsy. For those who can't see her, it's this. It's just her like seizuring.
Well, cheers. I like the smell.
It smelled good. It didn't necessarily taste as good as it smelled.
I like that.
There's a lot of coffee in there.
There's a lot of coffee in there. The sweetness is there, but it's not double. I'd say that's maybe 3 cream, 1 sweetener.
That's like, yeah,
1 sugar.
No, sweetener. It's not sugar. It's sweetener.
No, it's not sweetener. I drink sweetener. That's not sweetener.
It almost has like a touch of cinnamon to it too. Like in the roasty toastiness on the back end, there's almost like a touch of cinnamon. I really like this. I really do.
I think we're gonna vary on this one. I don't mind it. It's not what I was hoping for. It's not my favorite coffee one we've ever had. For sure, the other night that
You have any new comments?
There wasn't 2 seconds ago, and there isn't now.
well, that's unfortunate. Keep on that shit, Alicia. Come on, sign into your fake YouTube account. Start throwing some comments up. It's not bad. I don't think I care for it as much as you do, though. I feel like we're gonna be very different on the naming here.
Like it is a dark roasted coffee, like it said. I don't know if I'd say it's a dark roasted Colombia. I'm not saying that that's not what they used. I'm just saying I don't know if it came out properly in that aspect. Because usually the Colombian roasts I find to be a little smoother, where this is kind of a little harsher of a roast.
Colombian roasts are like a sweeter.
Yes.
Yeah, and I find this to be.
That's why I like the
less of
Tim
a
Hortons
sweet.
Colombian dark roast that they do.
I
It's
drink
nice.
the, usually the Vancouver or the Tim's.
And you do get that that tobacco and kind of leather taste at the very back after everything's faded. Like right now, I kind of have a leathery, tobacco-y flavor on the back end. But when you drink it first, it's very coffee forward. Then you do get that sweetness. But again, I don't think double. I think just like a single sugar or something in there.
Yeah.
But that's perfectly fine. I like this. I would give this an 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna go 7.
Okay.
You know what? It's not bad. I definitely prefer it over the maple brewski we just had there. It definitely has a good flavor. There is a coffee flavor. It's not my favorite coffee one. I was hoping for maybe a bit more of the sweetness.
I'm gonna keep talking. I'm just gonna set these up in worst to best for us as we go.
I like that.
So the berry was the one we liked the most.
Yes, the berry was definitely the best so far. But this one was definitely, I think it was, there was a little bit more to this one. Flavor palette wise, I feel like the last one, it was just, there was so much going on that it just overwhelmed a bit now that I look back on it. But I really do feel like this one was simpler and more to the point. It definitely was a shell shocker for Alicia over there.
They usually are.
Next. Just not these two. You can pick the next one. These will be the last two.
Let's come to this one. So we have the Cafe Mocha. It's a Mocha Baltic Porter from Juan Carlos Escala. I feel like I fucked up your last name, but I feel like I did all right with the first two. It is a 6 ABV. Which is
a little low for a Baltic Porter, but that's perfectly okay. There he is right there, Mocha Baltic Porter. This is a tribute to Latin American coffee. Ooh, I hear Latin American coffee is really good. I've never actually had any, but I do hear it is very good and very strong. Brewed with the
count me out.
Brewed with the intention of representing a scoop of Mocha coffee in a pint of beer. Starting with caramel and toffee, heavy cream, notes of real cane sugar and molasses, dark chocolate, and ending with robust coffee flavor. So I've already talked about what I feel like when you tell me exactly what I should be tasting. Again, just tell me what's in the beer, not what I
feel like you're forcing me to try and think about shit, and just let me taste.
Well, and that's the thing, right?
Let it come
a lot
to
of
me.
it becomes psychosomatic, and I've noticed that before, where I drink a beer and I'm like, I taste this, but it's so soft, I don't know if it's real taste or that I'm thinking I taste it.
Hey, babe.
Oh, good. I did bring out an extra cup for her, too.
Just in case. You've missed out on 4. God damn you. And one of them you really would have liked.
James Bruce's evening, fellas.
Evening to you,
Pass me,
sir.
James Brew.
You pass me the ladies' cups.
Oh, yes.
That is...
I wonder if there will be anyone showing up that'll know me tonight, because I know it's funny. Before you and Alicia got together, I didn't realize how many of my friends were fans of yours until after you guys started dating. And I had posted pictures of you and me hanging around together. And someone's like, "You know him?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's the asshole dating my sister." Didn't realize you had quite that fame around here. So I'm curious to see if there'll be anyone
Well,
know.
here's the thing. We went to Manitoba. People recognized him.
We went to the fucking Arctic
And
and people
recognized
recognized him.
Like, one of my very good friends from I actually messaged her to let her know, Sandra, that we were doing this tonight, and because she's a big fan. And I know there was quite a few other people who had messaged me and been like, "I didn't know you know Chad."
So it's dark colored. It doesn't have much of a smell though.
It's another really, like, it's super dark like the last coffee one. And
when you said Latin coffee with what I knew of Latin coffee, I was really expecting a more robust nose.
you know, I know it's different from this one. This is a much lighter head on this one. This one almost has like a white head to it. What?
I can't do this.
You can do it, Alicia. Come on, Alicia. This one smells a lot tamer.
Yes. Cheers. Cheers to everybody. Slanche. All that stuff.
That's a better taste. This one
I don't like
is way better, I think.
It's better than the last one.
It's
It's
not
not
as
like
strong.
I'm not gonna like run it by it, but I can tolerate.
I definitely
do
get the
get
mocha flavor.
I do get the mocha flavor. Yes, I do get some chocolate. I do get a bit of toffee. I do get a bit of caramel and molasses.
Mhm.
Not a lot. A little bit of everything. The coffee flavor is much more tame. It's not as burnt and dark on the back end.
No.
This is a much easier drinking beer.
This feels like something that was with coffee that was really crafted and really someone took the time to really do it. And I feel like the last one, it was kind of just throw coffee grounds and let's see what happens a little bit. And it just came out way too strong.
So I'm actually somewhat surprised at how mild the coffee burn is on this. But the last one was a stout, and a stout is supposed to use roasted malts, so it would have more of a burny taste on the back end, where a porter shouldn't be roasted malts. So it makes sense, but at the same time, I'm a little surprised at just how calm that coffee flavor is. Out of 10 on that, I would probably give that an 8.25.
I'd give it an 8. I think for sure it's a lot better flavor.
James Bruce says, "First time here, guys. What happens on the live stream? Respect, lads."
Well, normally we would talk a lot of different topics and everything, but we're doing the beer festival live because the beer festival couldn't happen thanks to the pandemic.
So we're just gonna get drunk and
who knows what
in
happens
the
with that.
backyard. Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen with me and Chad on camera.
But yeah, so we're trying to do exactly what I was asked to do, review the entire festival, because that's what I would do at the actual festival, is I would review them and I would give John my notes on it, and John would, you know, because John is the professor and he grades all the projects, he would ask me some questions about the stuff. We would go on about it. It's fun.
So have these kids been graded yet on this,
And
or is this?
Yes, it would have been graded. by
Okay.
now.
Somehow they feel the need to bring me along, so I can just, I don't know, insult people. I have no idea.
Exactly, Alicia.
Out of 10,
That
Katie?
in my entire life, that is what I've known you to be.
Katie gave it a 1. How about you, Alicia?
I give it like a 3. It honestly was the second best one I've
Okay, so
tasted
Berry
tonight.
Fields is still the best. This is now the second best.
Now, one, I'll tell you, my wife, who gave it the 1, I apologize. She's fucking so you just gotta take
She's
that
like
as
me.
that.
She doesn't drink beer.
She doesn't drink beer. She
Crashing in
doesn't
the
drink
bottle.
coffee. So you kind of double fucked her at this point.
Thank you.
The coffee beers are always kind of a disappointment to me.
Because
when they're like, it tastes
I'm
like
telling
coffee,
you,
I'm like, no,
the
it
ones
fucking
we
doesn't.
had Thursday night or Wednesday night, those two were actually really solid.
Yeah, the latte and
The Mocha was and the Burr. What was that? I just remember the BRR in it. It was really good.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait. Jordy K says, Albino Rhino, dude, you're awesome. I'm a longtime viewer. Hope you guys enjoy your night. Cheers from Scotland.
Oh, thank
From
you.
Scotland.
Cheers.
Nice.
Cheers from the man who just escaped the Arctic and now in Ontario.
Yeah, we're like the chipperest people in the south
Yeah,
right now.
you go into a store right now during their lockdowns, and they're like, "How are you so happy?" Because I got out of the fucking Arctic. That's how I'm so happy. Project Brew. The next beer is Pleasant Fields. It's a saison with tea from Mitchell Marquet. So Mitchell Marquet's is 5.6% alcohol by 5.5 percent alcohol by volume. So right there, that is a closer to what a historical saison would be.
So another saison. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun times with tea.
With tea. I'm trying to find his name here so we can see what he has to say about his beer.
Contains echinacea and lavender. That's interesting.
So if you've got a cold,
Right?
this is
Our mother, the echinacea queen.
Any of you that are new to the channel, you'll see me reading like I'm legally blind. Leave me the fuck alone.
I really feel like I should be the one reading that at this point.
he's not
Okay, this is
really
the one right
legally
here.
blind, guys. He just
All right. Brewer, Mitch Marquet. Beer, Pleasant Field style saison. About the beer, a light, delicate, floral and honey-derived saison. Additions of lavender and echinacea create subtle floral and tea aromas and flavors. Perfect for a warm spring afternoon under the sun. Now, what does that say? The ABV say on there?
5.5.
Oh, did it say 5.5? I think I swore it said 6 when I looked.
Where's her cup at? Oh, I'm blind. You can't just put it there.
Yeah, actually, I can.
You married a blind guy
Yeah.
and you screw with him.
Yeah, and
True.
do
So-
I not have legal obligations?
So this is another beer that I wish it had said something on it about Weiss rolling it, because I'm pretty clear and she has the dregs. So she's going to have a much stronger flavor in hers.
So what I'll say about the smell is because my mother is a firm believer that if you have a cold, you take echinacea. That is how we were raised. Alicia, you will agree with me on this. That was what was always said. You had a cold, you have a sniffle, take some fucking echinacea. And echinacea, if you've ever taken it before, if you've ever taken the supplements, you ever smelled it, it has a very distinct flavor. I'm getting echinacea right off the hop.
I smell a little bit of lavender in there too.
I
because,
smell it.
I mean, I get that grandmother soap out of that.
Yeah.
I just smell beer.
Like you go into my granny.
I do this all the time when he's giving. I'm like, what the fuck are you drinking that I'm
You go into
not?
my grandmother's bathroom and she has those like little flower and seashell soaps, and it has that scent to it.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that that potpourri.
Yes, and a little bit of banana. I mean, it does, and that would come from the saison yeast. It would give off that slight banana scent. Fuck you. Cheers. Cheers.
Okay, that's not horrible.
I get an echinacea taste. I really taste the echinacea and lavender in there. It is floral. I'll give them that. They said that, and we were talking earlier about, the Asian when they say things.
I'm guessing where it's going. You keep talking. I'm just guessing where this is going.
No, I hear you. And we were talking about this earlier where they say things in the description. It kind of forces us to think that way a little bit. But I will say I get a strong floral spring day. Nice. It is.
Of the 3 saisons we've had, this is the best.
Oh,
of the 3
for
saisons.
sure.
Which is why I was guessing where it's going.
it is better than the saison.
It's floral. It's sweet. It's easy drinking. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have that barnyard to it. It doesn't have that overpowering yeastiness to it. I actually quite enjoy this. This is a nice, solid little beer. But you're right, it's very floral. It does have, I can't deny that it has a little bit of like a soapiness to it. But that's what you would expect with lavender and everything else in it. Out of 10, Katie.
I give it a 3.
You give it a 3. Out of 10, Alicia.
4. I didn't make a.
I'm
A 3 and a 4.
I'm gonna go 8 1/4.
8 1/4.
I'm gonna give her the 8 1/4.
And I'm gonna say 7.75. I liked this, but I'm not a big Ceson guy, so I can't do huge on it. So that is, of the 7 we've had so far, that is number. Sorry, of the 6 we've had so far, that's number 4.
I will say to sit and drink it, it's one of those things. A lot of these beers I would probably never pick up again. But this one, I feel like I might. I feel like on a nice summer day, I want something just a little, like, sitting in the afternoon in the backyard and just want something a little breezy. I can imagine myself sitting out like a cottage. I would enjoy it.
Geordie cases enjoy, guys. I've never heard of that stuff, but it sounds beaut. I would try it. He's Scottish, by the way.
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
this
so-
is the other Scottish guy. That's
Oh,
awesome.
there's another Scottish
two
guy.
Scottish guys.
So I mean,
Watch.
and Scottish guys are really weird when we do a pumpkin beer because they don't have pumpkins normally over there.
No, it's
So-
a winter squash, and that's
Yeah.
a New World thing.
Now, because we were talking about their grading and all that, so for people that have never done Project Brew, the student that scores the highest, the one that wins like best in show,
Mm-hmm.
gets his last semester paid for.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, so they'll give him a check that would have paid for that last semester.
No shit.
Yeah.
Is that like Niagara College pays for that, or is that the program? or
It's a
combination.
combination of some and I actually should order some beers from him so we can tell the story from that brewery. But Natterjack Brewing is out there, and what happened with Natterjack Brewing is I forget their last names. It's like Sousa or something. I don't want to screw it up, so I'll go and look it up later on to tell the story properly. But their son was enrolled in the program, and he ended up dying.
Mhm.
And the family bought a brewery and named it the name he was going to name his brewery, and did it for him. And then they do a I can't even think.
Donation.
Right now. No, it's not. Not a donation. What the fuck is it? When you.
It's a donation.
It's not a donation. It's a fucking.
A scholarship.
Yes, they give a scholarship.
Okay.
Which is a donation.
Shut the fuck up. Next beer. Vacation Mango Goza from Cameron Marsh. And this is
That
4%
name sounds
alcohol.
really familiar, actually.
Somebody you dated?
No?
Cameron Marsh
It
vacation
just sounds really familiar.
style mango goza or goes. Is it goes?
It's Goza.
It is goza. Okay. It's just there's an e on the end that threw
Yep.
me off a bit.
It's a German style beer.
Okay, so transport yourself to your happy place with this refreshingly crushable beer. Sweet, salty, and sour all fit into your glass with delicious juicy mango and a subtle hint of coriander. Enjoy your vacation.
So what a Goza is a wheat beer
Okay.
that is soured and also has salt added to it. So we have Cameron Marsh's Vacation.
That is a very light colored beer.
It is, but it is nice and hazy.
I was gonna say, is that just me,
It's-
or are
it's
you guys
hazy
getting
crazy.
hazy too?
Hazy crazy.
There's
Oh my God,
that
that
is a
smells like mango
sweetness.
juice.
That is a sweetness I could die for. I love that. That fucking smells awesome.
That's legitimately mango juice.
It is. That's better than the mango one.
That we had
the mango
on my first night.
jalapeno.
Yes.
Or no, was it habanero?
Yes. Well,
With-
chocolate bootla.
Yeah. And that one was not as mangoey, but
Oh, that's good.
that is
I
delicious.
do like that.
So I think this one might be going near the front. That
There's
is
a
really
puckering
good.
sour to it. I'm not making this face because it's strong alcohol. I'm making this face because it is.
It's
sour.
4% alcohol, so
It
it's a
is.
crusher. It's one you could drink a bunch of.
Yeah. It is very, very sour, and I love that. It is. It's like having a mango fucking warhead. I love it.
And I mean, mangoes are very sweet fruit, But even with it being so sour, you can taste that mango.
Yes. Oh yeah, the mango is there on
Like if you
center
didn't tell me this was a mango goza, I would still say I'm tasting mango.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting that saltiness really though.
No.
Like maybe a tiny touch once it all fades off on the tongue, which makes it a little moreish because you want to drink another sip to get that little bit off. But that's fucking nice. I'm giving that an 8.75. I really like that one.
I'll give it 8.5.
Give it 7. I like it.
7 is good.
Oh my god, that one is going to the front. Sorry, Juan, you have been knocked out.
Yeah, sorry. I
contention.
think mango in this case trumps coffee, and that's not normal for me.
So any of the green ones, not the 2 blue ones.
Oh. Alrighty. Ooh. From a simpler time. Historic porter from Adelita. I apologize for this one. Neargis? I'm going to let you try that one out.
Attila Nargis.
Attila, yeah, you're right.
3.2. Oh my god! Okay, so first and foremost, before he reads this, 3.2% alcohol. You already have points for actually historically doing that properly. Go ahead and read your thing.
Okay. A modern brown porter with the character of an English porter from over 200 years ago. It has characteristics of nuttiness, caramel, and vanilla-like flavors from the brown and pale chocolate malts. Now on here it says 4.3. Is that what that was on here as well?
3.4 on there. What does it say? Estimated?
Yeah, estimated
Okay,
4.3.
so what they do is they're guessing what it's going to come out to. They're guessing what the attenuation is going to be,
Okay.
and then after the beer is done, they'll actually use the hydrometer to measure it properly because they probably printed this out long before these were fully ready.
Okay.
So some of them have been on, and some of them haven't.
So now, porter, you said this is historically accurate for a porter. So porter is traditionally like a saison, where it should be a lower class or lower alcohol
Porter
content.
originally was like the English worker beer.
Okay.
So you would go into a bar and the aristocrats would get one beer and the workers would get this.
Okay.
And this was like a mixture of the dredges, basically.
Lovely.
Not saying that that's what they're doing, but I mean,
You paint such a pretty picture of England. England, 200 years ago was a beautiful place to live. Lovely.
well, here's the
Hey,
thing,
you're
right?
just
A lot
ruining
of
it.
Can you pass me that cup there? A lot of beer styles that came from England, IPAs and all that. They have a very mixed past because there's a lot of different historians who have a lot of different ideas as to why they
That's a
existed.
big issue with history.
And like IPAs, they say IPAs were made very high hopped to ship them over here on the boats. But then there's people that have historically searched through records of what has been on the boats, and they can find the ingredients for making beer, but they can't find historical documents saying that
For
barrels
beer
of beer
coming
were
through.
actually shipped.
Interesting.
So I mean, it matters which historian you're reading, right? Like Michael Jackson had some thoughts on it. Stephen Beaumont's had other thoughts on it. So every different beer historian has had different thoughts on porters, on different mild ales, IPAs. So it's all an interesting. Oh my god, that's a
Are
beautiful.
you gonna shut your pie hole for 5 seconds?
Yes.
Thanks.
Man Ray of Hope 23 says, I thought that was Nick Frost for a second.
Nick Frost. I assume she's talking about me.
I'm guessing so, since
Nick Frost isn't an albino, and I'm a fat guy. I like Nick Frost. He's fucking hilarious.
So just a little bit of like chocolate and nuttiness to that nose wise. That's a solid smelling beer and 3.4% alcohol. I really like that because you drink a bunch of them. She has the weird face, but it's not as horrible as she usually makes, so maybe not so bad. Oh, the tongue's out. But she puts that tongue out for me too, so it's okay.
Thanks. I did not know that.
Was that ooh to the beer or what I just said?
Both. She's ewing for me because she has to sleep with me tonight.
Oh, that's nice.
There's definitely the nuttiness
Yeah, it's,
and chocolatey.
it's chocolate, it's nuttiness, it's a bready biscuitiness. There's a little tiny touch of copper coin at the back end. That is a solid fucking porter.
That's it's not bad. It's not my favorite. Maybe porters just aren't for me. I've never really had a porter before.
Oh, yeah, Porter Dance.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We did do the Porter Dance. I like that one. That one was nice. This one, not really for me. I'm not really like the nuttiness is there, and that's great. But it's just I don't know. The flavors aren't right for me to enjoy.
Oh, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
everybody has different styles.
It's not
enjoy.
a bad beer. Just I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea. So, but I will say it's not bad, and I think I would probably give this a 6.5. Still,
Alicia, out of 10.
Give like a 3.
Out of 10, Katie.
Jordy K. cracking open a Corona. Cheers, dude.
Awesome. Enjoy your.
I'm sorry, I don't sound enthusiastic.
So for me, from a simpler time, I would give that a 7. I would buy that if that was an actual beer. It is stylistically solid. It is a good beer. Yes, it's not exciting. It's nothing that makes me go yoo. But
I would have thought you would have given that higher because you were so excited that they kept it true to what a porter is. I thought you would have gone higher personally.
I just once you look at my numbers, right? I've reviewed almost 6,000 beers, so it has to be something special at the same time to get me excited.
I don't know. I would think if it was on the point, you would give it that.
But what do we have? So that's still number 1. That's still number 2.
Definitely.
That's Cafe Mocha. That's still number 3.
Yeah.
Oh, then we have Morning Buzz coffee. Would this go before or after Morning Buzz? Because I know it's before these guys.
I would put it ahead. Morning Buzz. I prefer it over
I
Morning
agree
Buzz.
with you.
Morning Buzz was rough, and it really. I think it's only so high right now in this listing
because of what some of the others were,
and because we haven't gotten that far in. We're not even halfway through here, so for it to be at the halfway point, I don't think it's gonna stay there for long. I think this is gonna be. I really hope there's nothing worse than this, but this is where I think it's all kind of better than that from here on out.
Okay, well I'm gonna grab this one that's looking at me. Oh no, we're gonna wait on that one. That's the one we've been asked to be nice on.
Oh,
and
yes.
I told you the story about that. We're not going to get into that story, but
I'll put that over here with the blues.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Touch.
So this one is another one of the collaboration beers because there is no student name on here. This is Tangerine Dream. It's tangerine and mango sour. It is 4.8% alcohol. It's not going to be on there because it's one of the collab beers. So this is one that the girls might like quite a bit.
Tangerine. I'm curious what that's gonna. Tangerine normally has a
Look
very
at
subtle
how
flavor.
thick that is.
Oh, that has a strong head on it too.
There you are, sir.
I like this one. That I will say right off the hop that has a tangerine tone to it. Oh, there is a nice oranginess to that. There's definitely a tangerine flavor. You can smell right off the hop.
Oh, okay. And that is sludgy. That is sludgy.
I almost feel like they put like you definitely have the dregs.
Yes, I drank this.
But seeing the dregs on yours, I almost feel like there's like bits of tangerine
it's
still
probably
in there.
It's probably fruit puree. It
Yeah.
probably really is. Bright white head.
Yeah.
Little snap crackle pop. Oh my god, you're right. It smells just like orange.
It does. There's the orange zest to it.
I don't smell the mango though.
Yeah, no.
But that's fine. I don't care.
If you've ever taken orange and done an orange zest where you scrape off the excess into, if you're doing pastries and stuff with an orange flavor, that's what I get. Which I like. I'm really excited about that.
Cheers, everybody. Katie's hiding off camera. Oh,
there's
is
a
good.
lot of sourness to it. And there's a lot of tangerine flavor.
The lactobacillus really beat that. Is that too sour for you?
That is tart.
I like it. Oh no, I like that a lot. Yeah, no, you really get the tangerine flavor on that one. I really feel like I bit into a tangerine on that one.
And I mean, you get a little bit of that bitterness, like you bit into the tangerine with the skin still on. That oily, tannic bitterness.
Yeah. Because I'm the type of guy who, when I peel an orange or clementine tangerine, I'm the one type of guy to bite the skin off. And so I get that like squirt of the oil in the skin. Because if you don't know this, oil and the citrus fruits have a lot of oil in them. And so you can actually you can take a piece of orange skin and squeeze it and get the oil to shoot off. If you have a lighter there, you can actually get it to flare up because there's quite a bit of oil off the skin. What's up, sis?
Okay. Brad Jensen says, I haven't seen people this happy to demo a 2-4 in a long time.
Oh, I haven't. Okay, so who was this by? Who was the guy who did
Brad
this?
Jansen.
Brad. So Brad, I am not a big drinker. I don't drink very often. When I do drink, I can tell you this: me and my wife have been together 5 years, and while she's seen me drink many of 40s, she's never actually seen me drunk. And I'm very excited to be drinking with this guy because he just got back to Ontario after fucking 2 years. And I like doing this shit with him, and this is awesome. So yeah, I'm excited to crush a 40 or a 2-4 of fucking Tall Boys because this is awesome. And I know we won't be drunk at the end of the night.
No, and that's one of the reasons why I was hoping to get a bunch of people here, because we could all sample it and we could still be basically sober when we were done. But I really like this beer.
And this beer is awesome. I would go buy another one of these beers.
Sorry to interrupt all your conversations. You guys are really...
No worries. Out of 10 there,
Fuck
honey?
you.
I'd give it a 6. It was tart, but it wasn't bad. Like, it didn't make me like want to vomit or anything. So there's that plus.
Okay, Katie?
I give it a 7. I like it.
Katie gave it a 7. TJ?
Fuck. I think this may be our new best beer. I'm going 9.
You're going 9?
I would absolutely buy this beer again. I loved it. This is great.
Okay, so that's 13, 22. I'm going to give it an 8. That brings us to 30 divided by 4. So that would put it probably close to right here. No, it would put it in front of that. It would actually put it in front of Cafe Mocha as well, so it's going right there. Just doing the average of all 4 of our scores.
I don't know if you can include these two in that because at the end of the day, this one's giving to 1 to perfectly good like 5s or 6s.
Yes.
I don't like coffee or beer.
But let's face it, when we give a higher score, it must mean it's really good because...
Or it's just sweet and doesn't taste like a beer. That's all.
There you go. There you go.
Can you give me another bottle of water, please, sis? Appreciate it.
Okay, this is a 4% alcohol beer. This is Dry Flowers. It's a dry hopped sour. It's another one of the collab beers.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck you then.
Once your wife is done drinking her water, I'll fill her up. Oh, she's not even drinking it. She's like, fuck that, I'm just rinsing my cup.
Yeah.
Just rinsing my cup, bitches.
I don't know how you guys are drinking the water. It tastes horrible.
No. No taste.
No, it rinses out our cups and it keeps us sober.
Okay.
And it's going to make me pee soon.
Yeah, we may have to
Alicia,
take a quick pee break.
I'm just peeing in the yard. I'm going back there.
Oh,
because
of
I can do
course.
that.
What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do? Go in a house to pee? God damn, I got a shit. I'm going in the back.
I'm not in the Arctic anymore. I can whip it out and pee.
If you shit in the backyard, I am not cleaning anything up.
You don't have to clean it up. Rain will do that. It's all right.
What about your butt? What do you
Your
do?
parents were talking about how big Colleen's shits are, and I go, aren't you going to be surprised when I shit in the backyard and say it's Colleen's? We will know
They
the
complain
difference.
about Colleen's. Colleen's really aren't that big. I mean,
Okay, so I got the dregs again. I'm
This
going
is
to start.
clear.
I'm going to start giving
This-
a little bit of a. But yeah, but look at mine.
I know, but look at how clear this is. This is a beautifully clear beer.
So a lot of times beers will not tell you to do a Weiss roll. A Weiss roll will just help mix it, especially if you're sharing with other people, because once you get to the dregs, you're getting a stronger taste, usually a more yeasty
Concentrated.
taste, because it's usually the yeast cake that you're getting. I guess it's bitter. Look at her puckering her mouth. I've seen that look too.
Not bad.
Sour. Not bad, but
Fucking
it's tart.
semen sour.
It just smells tart. It really does. It doesn't have much of a scent.
It's I don't really get anything off of it.
The
It's
girls have
very-
already drank, so we're not going to cheers them.
I like it.
Now,
I don't get no flowers. but I
dry
like the
hop
sour.
sours. So this is close to an IPA since it's dry hop. Not an IPA. It's not going to be hopped with as much hops, but it's that type of idea. It does taste like a lot of the sour IPAs I've had. It's kind of nectarine, nectarine, apricot, just all the sour stone fruits and such, and just a tartness, just a sour tartness.
I get pure sour off of it. I don't get any fruit flavor. It's just like they took the citric acid and just lined it in some water and just Toss that to me, and that's what I get. It's just pure sour. Not bad if you like sour.
I will give it that you are right. It is off that second sip. It was a lot more sour than the first sip, and I'll give you that.
It was just pure sour.
Out of 10.
I didn't get fruit, nothing. And if you like sour, just pure sour, you'd love it. 7.
7. Okay. Katie,
I give it 7. I like it sour.
Alicia,
7 sounds good to me.
and I'd give it a 7 as well.
7 all around.
So that means it is a 7 overall, which I think pushes it just in front of From a Simpler Time.
Which I would probably agree with.
So those so far, those 3 saisons are still, well, no, not saisons, not all of them. What do we have still at the back end? Pleasant Field Saison with tea, which wasn't a bad beer, but it just wasn't as strong as some of the others.
No.
Stiff Liver Saison,
Yeah.
and I believe this one is, this is Maple Ruskies is still at the
So yeah,
very
3
end.
saisons at the end.
Next. Oh, Woodhaven Double IPA by Nicola, Davey. So you can read that. It's 8.5% alcohol. by the way.
Nicola Davey. Here we go.
Goblin Killer HD wants to know how much you paid for your shirt you're wearing.
This was a Amazon shirt, I believe, $22.
He says
Yeah.
he thinks he's seen it before.
That is probable. You get some awesome shit off Amazon. That fucking I will never. I love the fact that you wore a Pac-Man suit to my wedding. It makes me so fucking happy. Makes me more happy than the fact that I got married that day.
And he just got divorced, folks.
Did you
I
see
love
the look
you.
Katie gave him?
I love you.
You're sleeping on your own tonight.
No, I'm not. You can't kick me out of bed.
Well,
Cup
she
honey?
can, and she just did.
This highly approachable double IPA is well balanced with malts and hops. Brewed and double dried hopped with Amarillo, Sentinel, Columbus, and Simcoe hops. This beer is satisfyingly bitter with a fresh hop aroma of floral, citrus, and pine.
Okay, read those hop types again.
Amarillo.
Yep.
Sentinel.
Centennial.
Centennial. Columbus.
Yep.
And Simcoe.
Okay, so you can't tell me this is a highly approachable double IPA and then give me the least fruity hops you can give me. If you want to give me a highly approachable double IPA, I need it to have Australian hops, New Zealand hops, some type of very fruity hop. Maybe cashmere hops to put in some coconut flavors or anything like that. None of those scream to me this is something that's going to be approachable for everybody. That's just an old school hop head mixture of hops. That's old world hops right there. Those aren't new world hops. They've been being used since like 2000. It's 2021 now.
I'm sorry, since when is 2000 old world?
Well,
no, like,
since we got old, Alicia.
I like the color though. It's that beautiful bronzy color.
We're old, bitch. Deal with it.
Oh,
You're not
okay.
old. I'm old.
I'm gonna say
He's
something.
old. He's almost 40.
I'm turned
You're
39
not
on
far
Monday.
off.
And here's what I'm gonna say about this. It does have a almost vomit smell.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm right off the hop, just smelling this, going, I don't want to.
No, I don't.
William Forbes says, "Whoa, you back in Ontario?" And John in Mississauga said, "Look who's online." Cheers, Chad and
Cheers,
friends.
John, and to Mr. Forbes. Yes, I would not be able to be doing this in the Arctic.
Well, I mean,
Maybe during the summer when all the teachers are gone and everything, maybe.
yeah.
But right now, no, there would be no way of doing a live broadcast right now, and this video would be way too long. It would take me like a week to upload this video. But yeah, this has a vomit smell to it for me.
It's rough to
That's
smell.
awesome. Thanks. I want to put that in my mouth.
I really, you know what, all night, my first swig every night, it has been a pretty big mouthful. I really...
And
Did
I
you
mean,
just take a sip?
no, I haven't yet. She did though. I don't. And it's very tinny out of the can.
Oh, fuck.
This is why you should be on camera, you know? I'm not saying this to badmouth your beer or anything like that. I'm just bringing up what I'm smelling. And it doesn't mean that that's what it actually smells like. That's just what my paradigms are telling me. It's very tinny out of the can. It's just a weird mixture of hops. It is the old like Ontario Pale Ale mixture of hops. So it's weird to me that that's what you put in and then said very approachable. I guess it's time for the people. You gonna drink something?
Goblin Killer. Pour all the leftovers from those cans into. Ooh, wait, lost it. Into a glass and drink it new. William Forbes says, "Good to hear. Hope all is well and always enjoys your videos."
Oh, that's horrible.
All is as well as it's gonna be. We go back May 31st, so we're here until then. And oh my God, that is not great.
No.
No.
Don't like.
Hey, Maple Ruski, you're not at the end of the list anymore.
Y'all thought I was overreacting, but I wasn't.
Now, I'm gonna say it's not the worst beer I've ever had because I've had a lot of beer.
That might be the worst beer I've ever had. Don't tell you that much. Guy on that many beers, that's hitting my list.
It's not a beer I enjoy. It's very.
I don't even want to drink the water. I just poured it in there. I'm just gonna dump it at this point.
Is
Drink
that
right out the
fireworks I hear?
Yeah. I think so.
For
Yes.
what? It's
Welland on a weekend. That's what fireworks are for. This is a town of rednecks and fucking ghetto folk.
No, that's not here. That's not a very approachable double IPA.
No.
That's what's pissing me off about this the most. That is not a very approachable double IPA.
Oh,
That is your average old school double IPA when double IPAs first really became a thing in the craft beer industry. And I don't like those. I don't like those at all. A lot of people don't like those. And a lot of people do like them. So if you really do like them, that's perfectly fine. You like them. I don't. That's getting a 3 out of 10.
my theory is that they don't like them. They just don't want to.
I think a lot of people do just tell themselves they like something and force themselves to like it.
You know what? I always felt like that in high school about beer because there's a lot of guys when I was in high school they would drink beer and they'd go, "Yeah, it's so good. It's the nectar of the gods." And I feel like that was a load of bullshit.
Out of 10?
Do I want to give it a number? -2.
Out of 10?
0.
Out of 10? And probably I've had worse. I'm gonna go with a 3. It still ends up at the end of the line. I'm taking a pee break. Comment whatever you want to comment. We'll get back to it as soon as we can. Can you let me out, please, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna go pee over here. You go pee that way.
That's the way I was going. Woo, woo. That was horrible.
And there's some comments when you come back we can go over. That was bad. I hope they don't expect us to talk and entertain the crowd.
We don't really like beer.
Right.
Opinions aren't really gonna appease the crowd that they're talking to.
No. Did they go inside to pee? I thought they were
I
peeing in the
think
backyard.
Chad did, but I don't know about TJ.
What happened to peeing in the backyard? Not that I want to encourage that behavior, but what happened to it?
Oh yeah, TJ went down that one side of the house and Chad went down the other.
How you doing, baby?
I'm fine.
Did you get your M&Ms?
I did, thank you.
You're welcome.
You know what the fireworks are about?
What?
The albino rhino being back in Welland.
You're a little late.
They're celebrating. Their god has returned.
No, that's not it.
Alicia, could you pass me another bottle of water? And then we can get to the comments and then to our next beer.
Okay.
I was staring at your neighbor's car while I was peeing through the fence. And yes, I was peeing through the fence too, so the yard is now been peed on.
Pee through that fence all the time.
All right.
You know that fence for 10 years. 12 years.
Where am I?
Last comment you read to us was from William Forbes.
Yeah.
I know, but he's commented a few times. So he comments again, enjoy your reactions, says it all. Which reaction? Because there were
All of
4 of them.
That was all of us. Yeah.
Paul Saint Pierre says, what would you say is the easiest way to make sense of the IBU scale? I see higher numbers, but don't know what to compare them to. William.
Okay. So for that one, the higher the IBU scale, the hoppier the beer. Science says that a lot of scientific research has said that anything over 100 IBU, you don't taste the difference anyway. Something say like Coors Light is 7 IBU. And then you have something like Alpha Fornification from Flying Monkeys that was 2400 IBU. But again, anything over 100, you're not really supposed to taste. I would say that I tasted over 100. It just wasn't bitter per se. It was like chewing on a stick. So, and I mean, in all honesty, what they're doing is doing the alpha counts of the hops and everything else. Some hops are more fruity than others, so some hops will give a high IBU, but will be very fruity flavored instead of bitter. So each different hop variant has a different flavor. Continue.
All right. William Forbes says, "Have you tried Coors Grapefruit? I got a 12 on Friday, and they go down quite well."
I just got down here from the Arctic. I didn't know Coors had a Coors Grapefruit.
Oh, it was the orange we've had before.
We've had the orange and the lime.
Yeah.
I've tried a few. I haven't tried the grapefruit. I've tried a few of Coors' other flavored ones, and my issue with their flavored beer is the same way I feel about like Smirnoff flavored like vodka. That it's just vodka or beer with just someone adding like an extract, and it just doesn't taste right. So that I don't know if the grapefruit's different. Maybe it is. I know people like that stuff, but I've tried the lime, I've tried the orange, and there was another one I feel like that they did for a while.
That's the one.
Then Goblin Killer says, "I think I saw that shirt you're wearing in GTA Online." William Forbes,
Not wrong.
no hangover either. William, then he says, "Take over the show, ladies." Yeah, no. I think that's when you went to go pee. And Goblin Killer says 22 empty beer cans. Not quite. No.
We're going to be at 24 empty beer cans at one point. This is the next one right here. Island Sour. Pineapple, mango, and coconut sour. This one is another collab beer. It is not named. It is 4.8% alcohol by volume. So pineapple, mango, and coconut. They must have used a lot of fucking mango on this batch.
It's just a mango grove that's just barren now.
What's 80 the first batch? You're welcome. It does have a. I haven't got it right up to my nose yet, but as I'm pouring, I smell what Alicia loves, and that's the suntan lotion smell.
Yummy.
Where's your cup there, honey?
I don't know, where is it? Oh, there it is.
You're the one that uses the cup.
Oh yeah, I'm getting suntan lotion or that like weird chalky, creamy. I don't know.
It is very. I'll leave a little bit in case one of the ladies really like it. In case. Hazy crazy, yellow straw color.
It looks like piss.
Actually, now that it's been poured and I'm not pouring it, I don't get the coconut note anymore. I smell mango.
I didn't smell coconut.
I do smell a fruity smell. I don't know if it's necessarily mango, but I do get like a fruitiness to it.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. I don't mind that. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's medium mouthfeel, light carbonation. It's very acidic to the point where it's kind of burning my mouth hole. I'm talking about the hole that the Arctic dentist left in my mouth.
Yeah, no. Don't ever go to a dentist in the Arctic.
I'm really scared of going into a dentist down here so he can see what the fucking Arctic dentist.
You don't want to hear what he has.
He's gonna open your mouth and he's like, "It's all right. I've seen everything."
He's not gonna believe that you went to a dentist. He's gonna think you did it yourself. And you're lying.
For anyone that didn't watch the vlog about the Arctic dentist, my Arctic dentist had Parkinson's, and he had the shapes, and he had the power drill, and it's coming towards my face like this.
And he sat in the chair anyways?
Well, no, he had already broken my tooth, so it had to come. I couldn't get out of the chair at that point.
Why
but
not?
when the freezing came out,
You?
when that freezing came out, I would have been in severe pain if he didn't finish what he had started.
I would rather take it up my damn self.
Right?
Well, no, like
I almost did.
he actually had to take. He had to like chisel out parts of my bone to get the roots out because my bone is.
I'm pretty
strong.
sure that part wasn't necessary. He just didn't have the strength to actually do his job.
This is a good beer. It's acidic though. It's very acidic.
It's too acidic, I find. It's almost like the afterburn is almost like if you've ever drinking like a vinegar or like a lemon juice straight. You get that little bit at the end, it's just overpowering. And I think it takes over any possible flavor in there.
Here's what I will say. I do agree with you that it is a little too acidic. It's not a beer you could drink more than one of.
No.
You would wake up horribly.
Yeah, it's bad acid in the stomach.
But it doesn't. It isn't really a fruity beer though. I don't taste any coconut. I don't taste any pineapple. I don't even get that thick pineapple juice type of flavor in my mouth from it. Out of 10, Alicia,
I'd give it like a 6 or 7. I like it.
Katie,
I give it a 6. It's nice, but there's some other sour ones that were nice too.
DJ.
I'll give it a 6 3/4.
Okay, so 6.75, and I'm probably going to go with 6.5, which I think puts it right around the historical porter, which is where.
Would you like your comments now, my love?
Historical porter.
Nope, this one right here is the historical porter. Now, what do we say, before or after? I think after.
And y'all aren't even listening.
Okay, go. We're done now.
William Forbes says Guy in the Green is hilarious.
You're welcome.
Halson Pierre says
feel
that
like
scream
I
needs
know
to be
William
my
Forbes.
incoming text message sound. Colin Killa says I saw that video. You almost lost your eye and brain due to infection. And William Forbes says a little off topic. Do you guys play Warzone or any video games? I'm heading to play in a bit.
I do not right now. Kind of too busy with other shit going on, so I don't have a lot of time to.
Did somebody just pull in?
No, it was
No,
pretty-
that was your
What?
daughter.
Oh.
On out. So I don't play anything. Chad, where he lives, the internet is so slow. It's like, you ever seen that scene from The Simpsons? Because I've been up there too, where the comic book guy is trying to download porn and it's like one line at a time. That's where they're at right now for Netflix. So I don't think he's playing any games online.
No, I don't play anything online because you just can't. I don't understand how some of the locals in Nunavik play video games online. I think it's just because they've never had quick internet.
They don't get what it is.
Like they spawn and they're dead and they're like, I don't know what killed me.
Yeah, they just think they're really shit at the game, and they probably are because they've never actually been able to play the game correctly. But shit.
Oh. But yeah, I do play video games, just not online.
Yeah, I do play. I've been Borderlands 3 lately, and I play Eternal card game. If anyone out there plays that, but I don't play really online a lot. Like, I don't really. Eternal I do. Eternal I play against people, but I don't really.
You ready for the next beer? Are we done with comments?
I believe so. Let's just see.
And this is up on Facebook right now, eh?
Goblin Killer says
Okay.
poor Nunavutians. They're Nunavik. I say it wrong all the time. That's how you say it. But they're not from Nunavut. They're from
No.
Nunavik.
Yeah.
And
For those who don't
it's-
understand, Nunavut is a territory that was basically given to the Inuit people. Where they live is not in Nunavut. It's
Nunavik. It's basically Nunavut, but in northern Quebec.
yes.
Yeah.
It's same kind of type of people up there. It's just
Different lands
they didn't
claim.
get
Yeah.
as good a lands claim benefit.
no.
So our next beer is Praise the Sun Pale Stout from Ryan Oliver.
All right. I like.
And this
I
is
can do a stout.
3.9% alcohol by volume. It should be in that because this is a named one.
Okay, what was the name?
Praise the Sun.
Praise the Sun. You
Ryan
said this was
Oliver.
a stout?
A pale stout.
Oh wait, there's Praise the Sun. A full-bodied pale ale brewed with cocoa nibs, coconut, vanilla, and coffee to give all the wonderful flavors of a stout without using roasted grains. So it sounds like they're trying to get around.
They made a white stout.
Yeah.
What they did, but called it a pale stout.
Is there such thing as a pale stout? Like what would be the difference
Oh,
between a pale
this
white
is a
and-
white. This is a white stout. A white stout is just a stout that isn't made with the roasted malts.
It's an interesting smell.
It's a very much a newer style of beer.
It's-
It's not been around for very long,
It's a barky, woody smell I'm getting.
so
And I feel like that might
smell
be a
that
little
out
bit
of
of
the
the...
smell that out of the can. You get the chocolate nibs very very apparent.
A little bit. A little bit, yeah.
But I get what you're saying. Out of the glass, I get like a chocolate, slight vanilla, slight coffee, but very very woody scent.
It's very woody. I wonder if that's almost like the coconut in there. That's giving
Yes,
off that a little bit?
they used a roasted coconut instead of just a coconut.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Golden color, see-through, little bit of haze.
Yeah, okay, I can handle that.
Here's the thing with a pale stout. A pale stout will give you a lot of those stouty flavors, just like they said. A white stout, but again, it's not going to scare you away, because if you didn't tell somebody this was a stout and you poured that into your glass,
They wouldn't know.
they wouldn't be scared of that. You pour a black beer into a glass, and people that aren't a beer drinker is like, "What's that? Oh no!" Little bit of chocolate. For something that has cacao nibs, I expected more chocolate. A little bit of chocolate, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of coffee, little bit of a woody breadiness, and it's not bad.
I get baker's chocolate. If you've ever had baker's chocolate, the unsweetened little bricks you would use for making like a fudge or something like that. I get that tone to it, which is a very rich, very dark, hearty tone to it. And it's throwing me off a little bit. There are some other flavors now. I get a little bit of the vanilla in there. And I get a little bit of the coconut, which I don't care for. But I will say it's very chocolatey.
Ready for comments?
Sure.
All right, let me go find where we left off.
And think about your out of 10 on this vlog.
It says check out Starlink internet, guys. It's satellite internet that's just as
It
good as
doesn't
fiber
exist up
optic. I think it'll be available in the Arctic. Elon Musk owns.
It's not available in the Arctic yet.
Aren't they beta testing it?
No,
though?
they're not beta testing it in the Arctic yet. They're allowing you to buy the equipment, and they say in 2 or 3 years you'll be able to use it.
Okay.
What? What a scam.
And it's like $400 for the equipment. Goblin Killer says Dark Souls,
I played Dark
beer.
Souls.
And then he asks, aren't stouts supposed to be dark coffee?
So this, like he said, this is a white stout. So it's them trying to do a stout without doing the typical stout thing.
It's basically a hybrid style that came out a few years ago, and they're doing the stout flavor without using the roasted malts that scare a lot of people away. Out of 10 on this beer, anyway.
1 and
6.
Alicia?
I'd give it a 6. I didn't mind it. Brad Jensen also says, is it better than the white stout I sent you from Rhythm and Brew?
No, it is not better than that white stout. I would probably give this one a 7. So we have a 6, a 1, a 7. What did you give it again, honey?
Is it a 6?
Okay, so 2 6s, a 7, and a 1. So we're looking at basically a 6.5-ish. Which would put it, again, right by the historic porter, which is not that one. That's the Morning Buzz. Is this the historic porter? No.
No, historic porter's here. Simpler time. Yeah, it's simpler time. That's historic porter.
So I think this one would go just right after the simpler porter, because the simpler porter was about a 6.75. So there we go. Next beer. This is by Mac Vivani. This is a raspberry puree Berliner Weiss.
Oh, I might like this one.
And while TJ's reading that, I'll start pouring.
An adult homage to pink lemonade. Oh, babe, you might like this one. This is another pink lemonade one. This is a highly effervescent. Thank you. Sour beer that has been fruited with raspberry, lemon zest, and Calmanense? I don't know what the fuck that. I can't be the blind guy for this one. Maybe where my thumb is. Calmanense? I feel like I should know that word.
I think that's Calamansi.
Calamansi. All right, we're going with Calamansi.
Can I get your cup there, honey?
It is sour, tart, and fruity to taste, and with its high carbonation, it's refreshing. It's a refreshing drink on a warm, sunny day. I think I love her. I don't know where that part comes in. That's a sentence all on its own, and I don't know.
Well, she wore a raspberry puree, right? She wore a raspberry puree.
Yeah,
The
please.
kind you find at the secondhand store. Raspberry puree.
Am I the only one hearing this? Like,
No, I'm hearing
Okay,
it.
'cause
I'm
you're-
just trying not to hear
Okay.
it.
So-
Red and slightly hazy. Oh my god, that smells amazing.
It smells really good.
it does.
It does smell like a raspberry lemonade.
It is. Smells like the one you'd get from Tim's. They're iced raspberry lemonade.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. That's actually really good. I like.
I think my only complaint is I wish to have a little bit of the sweeter raspberry note.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you do get the raspberries. You get both the sweet raspberry. You do get the over ripened, seedy, mostly
It's like the last raspberry we had, but it's not as strong. It's not the sweetness.
Yes,
It's
and
not
you do
sweet.
get the lemon does help mix it. What's wrong?
Just finish your thing. Tell me when you're ready for it.
I love the color. I love the smell. I like the taste.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it.
Out of 10?
I'd give it like an 8. I like it.
Out of 10?
Yeah, I agree.
I wish I had kept markers of what I gave the other ones so that I could know, because I feel like it should be a little bit less than the last raspberry one we had, which was Praise the Sun, maybe? No. I don't remember. There was a raspberry one we had earlier. I don't remember what the fuck it was called.
These killer beers. Okay. Out of 10 for yourself?
7.5.
7.5? And I would go probably a 7.75. 2 8s, a 7.5, a 7.75. We are looking at just under 8. Just under 8 would have been probably right around here. Sour Flowers. No, we were a little low on that one. Mocha Baltic Porter was a little lower. So, Tangerine Dream, that's right around where that would fall into place.
You ready for your comments yet?
Yes, ready for your comments.
Okay. First comment is by Maple Rooski.
Oh,
Hey, how are you liking the brews?
We're liking the brews.
we just didn't like yours. It's
Nicola, your
it's
beer.
down over here. This is the end of what we didn't like, and yours is down at the end there.
Nicola, your beer. I think you were trying to put too much into it. I think that was its biggest problem. Was your mixture of flavors were just too much, and it didn't seem to work out great. However, we're not done yet. But I mean, just to know, the very last beer for us so far is Woodhaven Double IPA, and then it's the 3 Saisons. So but we're not done yet. We still have 8 beers.
Are we ready for the rest now?
Yep.
Yeah.
William Forbes says, how much is this beer and where is it available?
These are all Niagara College Project Brew beers. Project Brew is a beer festival that they would put on for the graduating students every semester. The last 3 semesters have not been able to do a Project Brew properly because of the fact that we were in a pandemic. So what they did was they would sell you the case and give you glasses and the notes, and you could drink it at home. I did talk to John. He's hoping that we're still in town when this stuff lifts, because he wants to talk to me about helping with a big event next year to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the college, as well as to celebrate the students that were not able to get a Project Brew. So we're hoping to be able to do that. And Maple Rooski, I hope you do well in your
Next year, bud.
Goblin Killer says, what is the first thought that comes to your mind when you hear Moosehead Dry Ice beer?
fuck that shit.
Yeah. I used to like Moosehead. I've fallen away from Moosehead over the years.
I don't like ice beer to begin with. Ice beer is like the bottom tier of beer for me. It's super uber sweet. It's a lot of times under attenuated. It's highly alcoholic and has that alcohol burn. I'm not putting my liver through that ever again, even for reviews. If I see an ice beer that I've never had, I'm not going to have it.
He's gonna get me to come review it.
Well, no, it's one of those things, right? There's so many beers in the world, and you can only drink so many. I try to review everything. I try to be open-minded with everything, but I've hated ice beers so much that I don't care.
Eventually, you're gonna hit a point where there's just certain types of beer you don't like, and it sounds like you hit that with ice beer. Continue on, sis.
William Forbes says, Goblin Killer, terrible beer, never liked Moosehead. Goblin Killer says, interesting. William Forbes, poor Rooski. Maple Rooski, love the feedback, thanks. Cheers.
You know what? But also, Nicola, you know me. When it comes to a saison, I want a lower ABV saison. You had a 7.5% alcohol saison. Right away for me, I'm a little off put by that. The flavor, your barnyard came out really strong. I wasn't getting a lot of the fruitiness that you were claiming on the notes. I think if the notes didn't have tasting notes on it, on what I should be tasting, I may have liked it more because I was looking for those flavors. That being said, it wasn't the worst saison I've ever had. It wasn't the best saison I ever had. I think if I remember correctly, we put it around a 6.
Yeah.
But so I mean, you aren't doing horribly in the line, but it looks horribly because
he's down
no,
here.
he looks horrible
No.
in the line. But what I'm
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
like score-wise, it wasn't horrible. It was a beer that was drinkable. It just was a beer that.
Okay. Are we
Yeah,
good?
Sure.
Okay. Matt DRP says, wait, this is the Niagara College Brew Pack. Is there a Brute IPA in the pack called 0FG?
No, there is not.
And then William Forbes says, is there any Moosehead beer that's good? Last
There's Moosehead beers I don't mind. Moosehead actually has a small batch facility as well in New Brunswick that does a lot of small batch beers. I don't mind Crack Canoe because it tastes like soda water. You can't bitch about something that just tastes like soda water. Our next beer on here.
I don't like soda water.
Our next one is by Kevin Lee. I'm gonna go take another pee because I broke the seal.
Fucking right? I thought I was going crazy over here.
I'm gonna go first. You can pour while I'm peeing, and then you
I'm
can.
fucking.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
whatever.
I'll
you
pour
can
out.
you can read that while we do this
Okay.
while I pee. But anyway, this is Minty Lemon Lager International Lager by Kevin Lee. It is 5.2% alcohol. I'll put it here. He's gonna pour it for everybody. I'm gonna pee, then I'm gonna come
Lee
back.
Kevin?
Kevin Lee. It might be Lee Kevin on there. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, dogging them.
Woo!
Minty lemony lager. All right, so.
I broke
You-
the fucking seal. I'm an idiot.
Oh my god, I hear you, bud. This style of beer is related to Japanese rice lager,
Oh god.
but I am using American hops such as Citra and Lemon Drop for flavor and aroma. This beer has tropical fruit aromas with crispy and dry finish. All right. First pour off this bad boy. I always feel like I end up getting like a huge pour off of him. Like he gives himself this little fucking bird bit and then he fills my fucking glass.
That hurt.
Here's. Did you do a rinse? Like you give a shit?
It all tastes horrible.
Pretty much. For me, the only good ones are the sour ones because I can't taste shit else.
Alright.
Ooh, smell mint.
Oh, I feel so much better now.
Alright, yours is poured, but I
Okay. Now, if Nikolai's still around, just so you know, only one beer averaged out under 5, and that was the Woodhaven.
And that was the one we liked.
Was that the one that I?
That was the
had a
double
very
IPA that said it was
strong- yeah.
approachable.
Yeah, no.
That's the only one that averaged out between the 4 of us as under 5. So again, you were in the 6 range, so you were in the you were in the drinkable range, just not buy again range.
Ooh, that's weird.
It's hazy, it's golden. It's oh my,
It tastes just like that.
just like it smells.
Yeah.
Because it smells minty and lemony.
Yes.
It really does. And he
Weird.
said rice lager, so it should be very light bodied. Is it very light on the mouth?
Yeah. It's nice. It's weird, but nice. I've never tasted anything like that.
That's like peppermint tea.
Yeah.
That's peppermint tea with lemon.
And some beer.
That is very intriguing, and it is very light bodied. It's almost, it's light carbonation. It's very light bodied. It almost just washes right down the mouth, just right down the throat. Listen over there, Miss I Hate Everything.
Sure.
It's like peppermint tea with lemon, man.
Peppermint tea with lemon.
Yeah. I like that. We'll let TJ get in on this and give his thoughts and opinions.
There's a peppermint tea to it.
Yeah.
Definitely when I smell.
And as a rice lager, it is very, very light.
It's hazy though.
Yes.
It's very hazy.
Hey, Braith, can you pass me a bottle of water? They should be right by your feet. Thank you, young lady.
Wow.
Different, eh?
That tastes like having. It really does taste like you're having a peppermint tea with a wedge of lemon.
And some
I don't know what the fuck's going on with you. I don't know how you don't taste that. That is so peppermint. It's not even funny. Have you guys scored yet?
No, I like that. I'd give that a 7.5.
I would. The only reason I'm not taking another sip off of it is
We have 9 beers left. to go.
we've gone through quite a bit at this point, and while I'm not feeling drunk, my stomach is feeling a bit full, because we've in what, an hour we've been out here. I've had like the equivalent of probably about 8 or 9 beers, 8 beers probably by myself, because I keep getting the big glasses, and I feel the need to finish every fucking one except for the really
Whenever
terrible
you're-
ones. I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay. Out of 10?
I'll give it a 6.
Out of 10?
I give it a 3.
Okay, so that's 9, 16.5, 23.5. Divided by 4, we're looking at like a 6.75. So that should put it right after the historical quarter.
I fucked up. I grabbed an IPA.
So right here is where this would go.
Yeah, that
Are we
feels
ready
better.
for comments?
Yes, comment.
Sure.
Maple Ruski says, yeah, the notes were all done up before most of the beers were finished or brewed, so we all had to guess what the end product
And
would
I
turn
kind of
out.
figured that with the estimated ABV, and that's kind of sad, but I understand why it happened, because you need it to be done, because some beers don't finish until very close to the time that it would be done anyway. So I understand that. So don't grab that one anytime soon.
William
Why?
Forbes says, classic beer, drink 1,
Oh, yeah,
piss
yeah, yeah.
out 2.
Why don't you keep it back here where I had it separated?
Goblin Killer says, I'm a slave to Moosehead Dry Ice. It's its number 1 customer.
Listen.
Then William Forbes says, probably their only customer.
You know what, Goblin Killer? If you like it, that's great. You're allowed to like it. I'm not going to hate on you for it. But if you ask my opinion, I just said what I feel about it.
Then Goblin Killer says, the cans on your table almost rival the amount of empty Mooseheads that are on mine. Brad Jensen says, to do this properly, after you finish all of these, you have to go to Wendy's.
It's not a bad idea.
Harry's like, and now we're going.
And we're
Wendy's."
now doing shotgun beer reviews.
So the beer that
Go
was
for
picked
some
out
fries.
by TJ is 7 Meter New England
Shall we
IPA.
skip the dishes?
This is by Tobias Edgar, and it is 5.1% alcohol by volume. So Tobias Edgar, 7 Meter New England IPA.
Okay. New England IPA.
Tobias Edgar. Edgar is the name of the best character in Final Fantasy III or Final Fantasy VI if you're from across the ocean.
Okay, I chose this name because our hop trellis
Trellis.
is 7 meters high. Oh, so it's like a trellis. Okay. That
We
makes
grow
sense.
hops.
Hops
Well,
are,
I know
hops
I
are a
didn't-
vine.
Thank you. It's late. I'm not used to being up past 9 o'clock. I'm usually in bed at 5. Okay. I take pride in our field and the fact that we use all of our own hops. There's a full body with fruity aromas and flavors. Now, you know what
Alicia?
I will say about this is I've seen it a lot here with the IPAs and the other very hoppy beers when they're excited about the hops. They love to tell us what hops they use. To me, it means nothing. You, it clearly does. So, and I feel like to him, I would like to know what hops you're using.
Oh, did he not say what hops
No,
he
he
used?
just says
That they're just using hops from
they're
there.
using 7 meters high hops, and that they use all of their own, not that they're using what type of hops.
Okay, so New England IPA is usually a hazy IPA and a juicy IPA. It does have a haze to it.
Yep.
So it should be a very fruit-forward IPA.
You get a little bit of a fruity note off of it.
I get like
That's the face I expect with an IPA.
I get almost like a dish soap and fruity note.
Oh, I don't want to drink it now.
You're drinking it. Deal with it. All right.
Gross. Oh God.
We really needed to put somebody else behind the camera so we could get her facial expression.
We need Alicia just not to be here because Alicia ruins it for all of us.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
So
that's
the-
fucking gross.
The girls hated it.
Alicia's going to get some scotch at this point to wash it out.
Fucking whiskey would taste better than that shit.
I have lots of it
Cheers,
upstairs.
No, thank you.
Okay.
It's a 1.
So one from you. What do you give it there, honey?
I'm going with Katie on this one. That's fucking gross.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say about this. It does have like a citrus skin taste to it.
Mhm.
Again, like you bit into the skin.
That bitterness.
Yes.
That yeah.
Almost like an orange skin and a lime
That's
skin mixed
not,
together.
That's not a good taste.
Shut the fuck up. We're talking here, okay? Jesus. Jesus.
I love you, but pow to the moon, baby. So yeah, it has a citrus skin flavor, an oily citrus skin flavor. It's light bodied. It is lower ABV. It's not like it puts in a gag reflex or anything. It's just not
No.
a beer. If I'm having a New England IPA, I want that orange. I want that lime. I want that mango. I want that type of stuff. I'm not getting that.
It's
on
not
this.
that double IPA we had earlier with the 4 types of hops that were nothing special and that killed us all.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than that. You know, it's actually not bad. It's kind of what I expected of an IPA a little bit. Not to what the extent you say, but for me, it has that. I'm not a big IPA guy. To me, IPAs are a bit on the bland side of things, and they get a bit of a weird taste to them. So to me, like, it's just an IPA. Like, that's really what it is for
it's
me.
an IPA that isn't very bitter. It's an IPA that isn't very flavorful at the same time, though. It is an IPA. I would say this IPA is much more approachable than the Woodhaven.
Yes.
How about
For
you,
sure.
honey?
No,
You liked the Woodhaven more?
I don't like either of them. They're fucking gross.
Okay, which one did you like more?
Well, the one that I didn't vomit on the fucking porch
So this
with.
one.
Yeah. Okay.
How about you? Which one of those 2 IPAs did you like more?
This.
Okay, so
Trust me, it's not a fucking high bar.
I'm giving this a 5.5.
I'll go 4.5.
Okay. So that goes here then. It goes before Woodhaven.
Yeah, I would put it before Woodhaven for sure. Woodhaven was rough. That thing, I think, almost killed
And
a few of the
Here's
people
the
here.
thing I'm scared of. The one we're waiting on, I've been told this one is very rough. I was told
You know what?
everything else is pretty
Can we
good.
just do it now and just get it done and over with
Okay.
and see? You know, I
So
understand.
I don't want to say who. I'm not going to go into the big story on this one, but I'm not going to say who told me. But somebody told me that this beer will be the roughest beer in the lot, and to be nice with it.
Muddy Miracle. Right?
Muddy Miracle Sweet Oatmeal Stout with hazelnuts and lactose at 5.3% alcohol by Aaron Groot, and I must say I love that last name because Groot is cool.
I am Groot.
And after he reads this, we will do comments and then we'll get into the beer.
The beer was made using chocolate, oat milk, and hazelnuts. This combination with a sweet
Oat
stout
milk.
is reminiscent of an Irish cream with color to match. Now, if that's what it really is like, I'm kind of excited for this because
So oat
that
milk,
sounds great.
has been around for a long time, but it's really become a fad lately. And it's a dairy-free milk. It's a milk made from oats. Comments, honey?
No.
No comments?
No, just the last one.
I'm pretty sure oat milk. I'm not too familiar with it, but if I remember correctly,
It's a newer,
Like
Yeah.
not newer. It's a newer, like, you know, like, because almond milk has kind of taken a hit with being, because it's nuts. People allergic. Soy milk, the whole estrogen thing. So oat is like that new.
well, until they find something they don't like.
Yeah,
about
pretty
it.
much. It's a new bandwagon.
This is diarrhea-like looking. Watch it as it pours. Watch how thick and weird it is.
That's awesome.
You're really making me want to drink.
Super looking for.
I mean, I thought we were supposed to be nice here. It looks.
No, but look at that look. Like that is.
That is.
There you go,
Okay.
Alicia. I'm gonna add a
You know
little
what
bit
I
more to
immediately
everybody
go
here
to with this?
because now we're getting the dredges. Alicia just got the dredges, so we all get a little bit of the dredges.
You know what I go to with this when I see it? Is like Austin Powers 2, where he makes the fucking coffee by accident out of fat bastard shit. And he drinks he's like, that's shit, Austin. He's like, oh, I thought it was a little nutty. That's what it looks like to me. Is that, like,
5.3% alcohol.
There's even like white shit in it. Like it's like there's. It looks like grape.
Before you sniff it out of your glass, sniff it out of the can. Because yeah. And after having my first glass of water down here that was not bottled, after having my first fluoride chlorine water, I attacked my in-laws' toilet, and it did look much like that.
He took pictures. It was
I
scary.
did.
I don't know.
That does not smell great. The person that dropped this 2-4 off to me and said it's going to be a very, very, very,
It's
very...
not horrible.
No? Okay.
No, it's not horrible.
I'm going to say the person that dropped this off to me and said that this was the one beer that was going to be very, 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 very rough did not tell me it looked like something that would have come out of my ass.
It looks like meat juice. Like if you've ever done a roast.
Oh, yeah.
If you've ever done a roast and you go to make the gravy, this is what you would add the flour to.
It smells a little sour.
It's not horrible.
I get a very...
It's not great.
It's like a Vigneous smell.
But it's not horrible. I've definitely
Can't figure it out.
I've had worse in this lineup.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
All right.
So the girls don't mind it.
It's like so.
You know what, John? That and I just said the name. That is not the worst beer I've had.
No, it's really not. It doesn't look appetizing, but if you're drinking from the
it
can, you wouldn't
really-
know any better.
It really does not look appetizing. It doesn't taste great.
It's bland.
It is very bland. So a hazelnut should have a lot more flavor than this. Chocolate
I
oat
did
milk
those ones.
should have a chocolate flavor. I think the chocolate oat milk is the reason it looks the way it looks.
Yeah. There definitely was. It's an odd looking beer. And if you...
I can't even pinpoint that taste.
It looks
No,
like mud.
I can't.
Like it does, but it's
But
not.
it's also kind of dirty. It is kind of muddy in taste.
Yeah, it's
If
not.
you were to pour that, if I were sitting at the bar and someone were to order this and pour it out, I would think there was sludge in the lines, and
And
that's what was pouring out. To taste it, it's bland.
I don't know what the sugars are in oat milk. I don't know if they ferment. Like the lactose doesn't ferment. I don't know if this ferments or not because it's not.
I would assume
product I've
it
never
would
used.
because you can
Well,
make
oats are used as a fermentable sugar.
Yeah.
In beer, so it's. Oh, I don't know. And it's for something with oat milk. Something with oats would have a very heavy mouthfeel. So oat milk apparently isn't as thick because it doesn't have that really heavy mouthfeel. It has like a medium body to it. I can't pinpoint the flavor on that. That's just different. I don't like it and I don't dislike it.
I feel the exact same. I mean, it's bland. It's middle of the road. It's not, make me cringe. Oh my god, what the fuck am I drinking? The look is.
It has a
horrid.
tiny touch of Vigneous to it, though. It has like that slightly winey characteristic to it.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe that is what I'm looking at. Maybe that's what I'm trying to figure out.
That is
I'm
weird.
gonna give it a 5. To me, it's completely middle of the road. It looks like shit. It doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't taste good either. I'm gonna give it just a 5 on the dot.
I would agree with you. About a 5. It's weird. It's not offensive. It's odd. Out of 10.
So
I'd agree with you on this. one.
5, babe. What are you thinking? 5 or?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Okay, so that actually puts it right. It still puts it down by the end, but not the worst.
Yeah.
Actually, right there. And if Maple Ruski's still here when we finish these last ones, he'll find out where he sits on the list because we're gonna go.
Where
down
is
the
he
list.
still number?
He is, I believe, right here right now.
I could have sworn he was at the end.
No, those are the 2 IPAs.
Oh, that's right. They overtook.
Yeah.
Is he 4th on the list then?
Yeah, this is him here.
Okay. Well, this would be number 1, so he's whatever the fuck that is. You're 4th to the end.
Yeah,
All right. My turn?
Yep.
You know what? I see another raspberry here, so let's go with the raspberry.
Brad says never seen you so happy that a beer tasted bland. Goblin Killer says nutmeg beer. Chris
Listen.
F. Graves sounds like a beer that got rushed into canning. Goblin Killer says sardines. Chris F. Graves says it's a go-kart without the wheels. Nice kart, but where are the wheels, bud?
No, it had wheels. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck the cart was on that one.
Goblin Killer says Albino Rhino. Have you ever played a game called Rise Total? What? Rome. And
I have.
Maple Ruski says, yeah, still here watching you guys. Also the Leafs game.
Wow. That's
So
an issue.
this is BRB, which is a Belgian Raspberry Blonde by Blake. Sorry, I thought that was an A. Blake Godor, and it is 6.7% alcohol. And I will leave it to TJ now.
It is a Belgian blonde that is smooth and slightly warm from alcohol. This is an easy drinking brew with raspberries and clove flavors for sweetness and spice. I was gonna say, like, clove and raspberries to me doesn't sound. I don't like cloves in general.
And I don't think you can say it's an easy drinking beer when you say it has an alcohol warming to it.
I don't think you can say it's easy drinking when you throw cloves in.
Well, cloves are very drying. Yeah, they don't make for a great easy drinking type of flavor. But I mean, it is a Belgian beer, so it would make sense to have cloves in it. But like I was saying, I don't. Oh, she didn't dump.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
That's fine.
Jesus Christ, babe! I want a divorce.
I'm gonna be nice and rinse it for you, so you don't have that.
Oat milk taste?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? The thing about that one was, Brad. What did Brad say about that?
And they were so happy that one tasted.
You know what?
Mhm.
After tonight, with some of the IPAs we had and some of the harsher ones, to see something look like that, and then
That's
have
what
it
you're
taste just okay, was a pleasant surprise. Because I think we all saw that come out and went,
Well, and like I said,
we're drinking ash juice.
I take John's opinion very, very highly, and when he told me no to that one, he's like, just don't do it.
We've all day been discussing this. We discussed it this morning at like 8 o'clock this morning, 9 o'clock this morning. We were discussing.
So that's a
beer.
rosé wine type of color. It's like, I like that color.
I like rosé. Rosé is good.
Well,
Rosé
it actually-
is.
It does smell.
So this will
it's-
be our third raspberry beer tonight?
Yes.
Raspberry is a popular theme this year.
Well, Brewtopia was the whole like summer type of thing, right?
Yeah, but I'm sorry. We went to one that was German, like Oktoberfest themed. And I think we had, one German fucking beer, and that was
Yes.
the Berliner Weiss, which didn't win. And I thought it should have won simply
Tim-
for thinking to
And not
stick to
just
the
not just
theme.
that, but Tim did amazing on that, where he had his Berliner Weiss, and he offered it up to you as a Berliner Weiss. He offered it up to you with the proper simple syrup, the Woodruff syrup, and he offered it to you with the blackberry syrup.
The
and-
black currant syrup.
And all three of them were perfect to the style, and he still didn't win, and that did piss me
But
off.
what one was a Mexican chocolate beer or something, wasn't
yeah,
it?
and
I'm
we're
like,
at
but
a
no, but it's
fucking Oktoberfest.
It's
festival.
Oktoberfest, so it should be a German themed beer. Not that that beer wasn't bad; it just didn't
No,
match
it
the
didn't
theme.
match the theme that
It's like
they
when you
put out
watch
there.
you watch like Ink Master or another show like that where it's about art styles and no one sticks to the style, and yet the guy who does stick to the style goes home and everyone else fucking gets through, and the person who's so far from the style wins, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
You get the raspberry on there, but you also do get the clove. It has that pungent clove scent to it.
There is on the after smell on that. There is right off the hop, it's raspberries, and then
Ugh. Oh god, that tastes like raspberry cough medicine. Oh god.
I think Maple Whiskey's beer is going to move up another step.
Oh, that was bad. Oh dear god.
cough syrup is correct. The cloves was not a good idea
The
there.
cloves dry out on the back end. They give that full-on clove flavor, and they dry out the back end. And the even
More water.
even using
More
Belgian yeast, even using I don't know if they put Demerara sugar in this or not, but a Belgian blonde should have some Demerara sugar in there. I don't know if they did that or not, but there's nothing that's cutting out that very drying, clovey flavor on the back end. Not even the raspberries help.
No. Mm-mm. They hinder. The cloves blow up.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Hi. Fuck off. Cocksucking bastard. Ugh. It's just lingering. It won't go away.
And the raspberries, you're not getting like the, well, you get a touch of the sweet raspberry, but it's a lot of the seeds. It's the tannic seed flavor.
So, listen, Blake, I gotta tell you, man. Take this stuff, patent it, sell it to the CIA as a torture device. You will do well for yourself.
Okay, I don't think it's that bad, but
It's lingering. It's fucking throw that shit to the end.
out of 10.
Zero.
TJ. 0.
Fuck
See, I don't
that.
give a lot of things 0 because that means there could be nothing worse.
There, to me, that the only thing worse is the one I gave a -2 to, for fuck's sakes. And even that, I think that might be worse at the end of
Out
the
of
day.
10, honey?
That's like maybe a 1 if I need to clear my sinuses.
A 1 from Katie as well. She's not even talking. She's just like,
Mm-mm.
For me, that's probably a 4. But that still does not give it a very good mark
What
overall.
the fuck is wrong with your taste buds?
6,000 beers, my friend. 6,000 beers.
You're telling me that is not on the high list of what bad?
Maple Risky says Muddy wasn't rushed, just brewed first. I think way back in January.
Okay. So it sat for a while.
Yeah.
Sat for a long while.
So we getting these Wendy's or what?
Yeah, we have 4 beers to go, 6 beers to go
It'll
through.
take that long to get to us anyways.
Well, my phone is currently in use, so I can't. I gotta pee again.
Right?
So we're gonna go
I got
pee
you
again.
back, Katie. I got you back.
Katie,
Thank
you
you.
get to come sit
I'm
here
a-
for a second. You
I'm
get to
a
pick which one of these 4 we're doing.
Baconator, no mayo, large.
And if there's a
drink,
name on it,
sometimes large fry.
you get to read whatever it says about it.
Oh great, another blind person trying to read.
Yeah, well, you're not as blind as I am. You know how I know? You have glasses that help you.
You know
Have you
what,
ever tried to get glasses?
Yeah, it's not the shape of my eye; it's the optic nerve behind it. Excuse me, Brady.
Beer
There's
Hall.
McDonald's, but no Wendy's right now.
I'll take the McDonald's fries.
Is there no Wendy's?
No.
Okay. So we got Beer Hama Mama, tropical IPA.
Which is a Hama Mama type of thing.
Yeah. Gold rimmed glasses, amber ale with ginger. Tickled by mango, mango pale ale. Radioactive dry hopped lager.
Radioactive does not sound pleasant.
It actually does. Leads me to believe it might be sour. I like that.
Does anybody want McDonald's?
Not particularly.
Hugh Adams, where you at? There you are.
Oh, fuck, that felt good.
Okay. I like IPAs and lagers, so I combine them. Estimated ABV 6.5%.
So this guy thinks
That
he
needs
likes
to be-
IPAs
my
and
phone just
lagers.
died.
Okay, so I told you to pick it and to read it. Okay, I did that.
Your phone
Done.
died?
Yeah, well, it's not gonna make it through.
Is
You
it an
want-
iPhone?
Yeah.
Here, we got a portable charger right there.
So do you. Look at that. Handy dandy.
We always take a portable charger wherever we go.
Okay, you want to pour that one,
Wait
please?
till Chad gets back and asks if he wants anything.
I made a puddle. I legitimately made a puddle.
So,
I pissed through the fence to the other side.
Into the
Yes,
lemon.
all these beers are made by college students.
Excuse me, Braith.
Apparently, Killer Goblin. Oh no, Killer Goblin says White Claw is the real torture.
I've never
White
tried
Claw
that.
I've never
is
had
fucking
it.
Terrible.
Yeah, I've never tried
I'll
it.
give you that,
So which
Killer
one did we
Goblin.
pick?
Radioactive.
Oh,
It's a lager.
okay.
He likes IPAs and lagers, so he combined them.
So
ABV is 6.5.
Wendy's is not on the menu for Skip the Dishes.
Okay. So you're getting McDonald's?
I can get McDonald's. Yes.
I don't know how.
Would you like McDonald's?
Big Mac meal.
A Big Mac meal? TJ, you said no.
And maybe one
well,
cheeseburger.
I'll have to look through and see what I want.
Well,
You
we're
want
ordering
the
now, so
medium
yeah.
fries, honey,
Sure.
Bitch.
and a Diet Coke.
Sure.
Or oh, yeah.
No, that's fine. That is.
Do you want anything removed from the Big Mac?
Nope. And one cheeseburger. Radioactive dry hop lager. Hugh Adams. Whew.
Oops.
See what you did, Brad? We weren't going to get any fast food, and then you're like, you should get Wendy's. And then Wendy's wasn't available, so now we're getting explode in the toilet McDonald's.
Yeah,
least it's
Just a
not
regular
Taco Bell.
cheeseburger?
Yes, please.
some damn patties. That's what does it.
Quarter pounder?
No, just a regular cheeseburger.
This is why I get you to do this shit, because I don't know what the fuck
The
I'm
like
doing.
$1.79 cheeseburger.
It's $2.59.
Holy fuck!
It's probably the late night price.
No, it's,
It's-
you're using Skip the Dishes price.
Right.
Okay.
Don't worry about me. I'll order my own shit.
keep cooking out of McDonald's?
I don't know.
Smells like
Chicken
more beer to me.
nuggets.
I thought it was gonna be sour. That's why I picked it.
What? Because it said radioactive.
Yes,
It
I was wrong.
it does just kind of smell like beer.
It does.
It looks like almost like a hazy Vienna lager, kind of like a Keller beer, but Vienna style. But it smells just like a beer. It's weird. We'll wait for TJ to join us. So if there's any comments and all that, Alicia can get to them in a sec. Can you pass me one more bottle of water? Is there any more there?
Yeah.
Thank you. Merci buckets.
What?
Caesars.
We're just going all the way around the world, aren't we?
Fucking right. I got stuffed cheesy bread. But you don't get it because you wanted McDonald's, bitch.
Fuck your cheesy bread.
No, I got some free too.
Okay, so give that a sniff, sir.
What is this one? Radioactive? I don't want
Radioactive
it.
dry hopped lager. Well, it's made with water from here in the Niagara region, so it probably is radioactive.
Jump fries.
Right from the Love Canal.
I can just go throw this out then, right? Actually, it doesn't smell too bad.
It smells like beer.
Can you go grab my wallet?
It does.
So I can
Yes, where is
actually say it's in the living room, I believe, or on the kitchen counter.
Oh, geez, no.
What
It's
is
a
this
little
one?
over the top.
Radioactive?
Yeah.
It's a little strong.
It's a lager and an IPA mix.
Oh God! What the
Right?
fuck did you just give me? Oh my God!
It's definitely a little harsh.
No. A little harsh. You just
It
kicked
is.
my
It
back
is.
teeth
It
out.
is a dry hopped IPA. Dry hopped lager. It really is. He did mix a lager and an IPA. But here's the thing, right? This
Did
is
you
the
get the
thing.
large fry for me?
You want just the word large fry?
Yes, please.
This is the thing with craft breweries, right? When you say a lager, I expect an easy drinking beer. This is not approachable in the least. If you're a big hop head, you'll probably like this. You really
Yeah.
will. It is very earthy. It's very dank. It's very piney. It's I don't know what hops you use, and I don't know how long ago this was brewed or how long it's sat in the can, but it's very American IPA like. It's very just earthy and bitter. It's not fruity. It's earthy. It's muddy. It's kind of coppery. It's not the worst thing I've had, but I don't want to drink it anymore.
No.
It comes down to that. And here's the thing, I was really excited with a lot of the beers that are on this list, and this is not one of the ones I'm super.
Yes, two. That's the only other one I have. It's a good night. I'm celebrating.
I could sleep on the couch, Katie. I would.
Yeah. One turned into two.
10 on this, I'd probably give it a 5. It's not offensive to me, but it's not something I would ever want to drink again.
It's a 1.
A 1?
Yeah.
Alicia?
Yeah, it's a 1. That was
I give it a. I
Those
give
are
it
the
a
salt on the
4.
senses.
Okay, so we're at 12, so that's a 3, so that would put it, basically it would put it in front of this one.
What? What did you give it, John?
I gave it a 5.
Oh, you gave it 5. Okay.
So we just got to move everything down just a little bit, so it fits through. And then when we're done, we will start from the end and go to the front and talk where the rankings are for us.
Curious, what are we doing with these two? Why are
Those
we
two,
waiting?
because these two just rounded it out to 24. It was 22
Oh.
beers for the Project Brew.
Okay.
So these two we won't even put in the line once we do them. But they are named student brews, so I thought, hey, whatever, we'll just keep them in the box.
Yeah.
So this is Tickled by Mango Pale Ale by Tim Bojecko. That looks very, very, very Polish, or
That's
Well,
Eastern European for
that is,
sure.
I don't know exactly which country in
Can
Eastern Europe.
let me take a swing at this shit. Tim Bojecko. and I feel like that's the proper pronunciation because it's Polish. So
Well, I don't know if it's Polish, but it just screams Polish to me because of the way it's spelt out. But I could be wrong.
Saint is on his way to McDonald's.
Saint,
thank
eh?
you.
Saint. Appreciate it, Saint.
So right here is his.
oh, this is a juicy pale ale that is well balanced and not too fruity. This beer has a nice level of bitterness that contrasts with the sweet flavors from the added mango puree.
Tickled by mango.
So
I like the color.
Mango, definitely you can smell that.
Honey, your glass. We'll get to the comments right after this beer is rated and put in its line before we go on to the next two.
I may have to pee, so you may have to wait.
That's okay.
well, there is a lovely fence.
There's
do
fence-
that.
I
don't
lack
do that.
proper equipment to
I can
pee
get
on
you
a
a
You
fence.
funnel.
do not lack.
I
proper
know that
equipment.
there are.
You lack skill.
There are tools to help women pee
You know what?
outside
My
like a man.
ex-wife's sister can spell her name in the snow.
You know what?
Fucking
Your
right you can.
ex-wife's family is freaky, so we're not going to compare that.
So it's a nice hazy burnt orange color. Oh, you can smell the mango.
It's nice.
There is a nice mango smell there, which is pleasant considering it's an IPA.
Don't smell it out of the can. Actually, smell it out of the can.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
As he does it.
It smells a lot better out of the glass.
It does. Once it's
Is
got
this
some
an
air to it.
IPA?
It is an IPA.
No, it's a pale ale. It's not an India pale ale.
No, he
Yeah,
says.
but you know what?
Oh
There's
yeah, he
never a
does say
fucking
pale ale.
difference as much as you
There
like
is
to
a
think
difference.
there's. No, there isn't. They all taste like shit, and I'm not looking forward to this.
Cheers, everybody. My wife is happy.
It's not horrible. It's not that bad. We're good.
So, do you have anything to say?
No, I don't because I still wouldn't drink. It still tastes like garbage. It doesn't taste like garbage that I want to vomit up in like a minute.
So what I'll say about this one, first off, I'm not a huge fan of it. You can taste the mango, but it's an after hint. I would have liked to see it be more forefront.
He did say it was well balanced, and I'll agree with him on that. It is well balanced in the fact that you do get the fruitiness, and it does have a little bit of bitterness, but neither of them are overpowering.
Will I agree with what he said here? Yes. Do I like what it is? It's not bad. It's not great. Again, it's another one of those mid-road ones for me. I think I'll skip right to the rating. 5.5.
Oh, look, he's picking up our order at McDonald's already. Wow, that's fucking fast. I'm a little worried about what I'm getting. Is my order going to be complete?
I'm still waiting 28 minutes, so he's probably gonna come drop off your shit and then go get my shit. So
Sure.
Out of 10 there, Alicia.
Look at 2.
A 2. So we have, what, a 5.5 and a 2?
2.
Like I said, it's well balanced. It has a nice mango note, but it's not overly sweet. It's not what I'd expect from a mango beer. But I mean, it's also it's probably the most approachable pale ale we've had in this entire lineup.
Hence the 2 instead
Yes.
of the like.
Yes, I'm
gagging
aware.
with a spoon.
So for me, probably sitting at a 5. So a 5, a 2, a 5.5. I'm going to guess your wife's going to be around a 2 as well.
Hey, babe, what do you think out of 10?
I think she's peeing.
That's straight there.
4? Did you say a 4?
I did.
Oh my god. Now I actually have to do math. 16 divided by 4, so we actually
Get a 4.
are looking at 4.
Sorry, Steven.
So that is
So-
For the fries. Thank
3
you.
in or 4 in?
It's actually between the muddy waters and the end of the beginning.
Okay, everybody, get your comments in now. Alicia's going off site for a minute, so get your comments in now. When she gets back, we're gonna read all the comments before we go into the next beer. Until then, Chad is gonna serenade us with a lovely song.
No, Chad's not going to serenade. Chad does not serenade. Unless we go, it's the Rhino! It's the Albino Rhino tonight.
No, we're not.
We're not doing that. Beer 1 or 2?
3.
No, yeah, 1 or 2.
2.
2?
I like to
Okay, that
shit
would
more
go
than I
good.
like to piss.
So we will introduce the beer while she's gone, and then we will get to the comments. So this is from Cyan Jeans. Cyan Jeans. This is gold-rimmed glasses, amber ale with ginger.
Gold-rimmed glasses. And that is on this page. Yeah. I'm aiming to strike a balance between the warm spice of ginger root and the clean, malty sweetness of an amber ale. I like the taste of ginger. I know a lot of people don't like the taste of ginger straight up because it's a bit of a pungent taste. A lot of people probably have never had ginger straight up. I've had ginger root straight up.
I like ginger root. I hate working with ginger root.
Yes, it's very sticky.
And peeling it. And
it's a pain in the ass.
But it tastes good.
I've done like gingerbread cookies from scratch with using like ginger root to make the gingerbread cookies. It's a pain in the ass. But I do like the smell. I do like the taste of ginger root straight up. It does leave a bit of a weird aftertaste in the throat, I will say. So I'm hoping that doesn't come out. But I do... Again, it's another one of those things that I used to take... my mom used to be like, take ginger. It's good for you. I don't know why. I don't remember what the fuck it does for you. But I will say that I do like the taste of ginger. I do like that flavor it has. It's just the aftertaste is a little rough for me, and so I'm hoping the aftertaste isn't there. But I do hope the flavor of ginger.
Is there anything else in her little write-up or his?
No, that was all of it.
Oh wow. Okay, so once Alicia sits down, we will do the comments, and then we will get to talking about this beer. Now that it's been introduced, and
so apparently ginger is good for relieving colds and it's good for nausea.
So that's probably what we used to take. Oh, for nausea, that's what we used to take ginger for. Was when we had an upset stomach, we used to take ginger. It used to kill me because the aftertaste would always make me feel a little.
Gives you
sick.
heartburn.
Yes, but I do like the taste of ginger.
Let's see. Scroll back up. Okay, White Claw. Wendy's has the best consistency of beef.
I'd say A&W.
Harvey's.
Goblin Killer, McDonald's, where's the beef? Mr. Milton, hey Rhino.
Good day, sir.
Hey,
Mr. Milton, I'm drunk as heck and watching UFC fights in 20 minutes. Thought I would say
bitch.
hi. Maple
Thank
Risky, Hugh was going for an IPL.
Yeah, an India Pale Lager. I get that. It was more IPA than IPA.
Goblin Killer, don't spoil who wins the fights. Mr. Milton, promise I won't. They're just talking about
The big dude.
Mr. Milton, how you doing, Goblin? The more beer I drink, the more time slows down. And it's still 10 o'clock. It should be 1 o'clock. Haha, me too, brother. Jacinda Blair, oh my god. Hi.
Hello,
Hi.
Jacinda, I didn't know you were live.
Oh, we are very live.
Fangirl right here. Haha, I love Alicia.
Really? Listen, I've lived with her for 27 years.
Shut your hole.
You don't know shit about my sister.
Jacinda making a vodka drink right now. Can you adopt me, please? Seriously. Ginger's delicious. I married one. Brad Jensen said that one.
Brad Jensen. Ginger's delicious. I married one. Albino is delicious. She married one.
I don't like white chocolate. Sorry.
So
what is this?
This is this guy here. Gold rimmed glasses.
Oh yeah.
Amber ale with ginger.
For an update for my sister, because she wasn't here, I'm aiming to strike a balance between the warm spice of ginger root and the clean, malty sweetness of an amber ale. That's why we're.
And it has a bit of a hazy color to it. It is an amber ale. I love that color, especially in hair.
Oh, that is a nice ginger color, I gotta say.
Oh, and it is a full-on malt bomb. Oh yeah, that has like cherry nibs. Oh, that smells beautiful.
I get a nice ginger flavor on the after hit of it.
Oh, you guys all drank already?
No, I haven't drank yet.
Oh no? Okay.
No, that's just the smell. I get a little ginger off of it.
Okay.
No, that's a no from my sister.
Oh fuck! That was just taking a big bite of a ginger root.
See, I don't get a lot of ginger on it. I get a
nice bit of ginger, but again, I don't get that aftertaste.
I get a lot of like licorice.
I get cherry.
Yeah, cherry licorice, and then a little bit of ginger.
See, when you say licorice, I think of licorice.
Cherry nibs.
Yes.
Nibs. Okay,
Nope.
nibs better. Twisted nibs.
I get cherry on it. I really do get some cherry on it.
Gross.
And a nice ginger taste at the very back, but it's not the aftertaste of ginger. What the fuck are you talking? Have you ever eaten ginger
Yeah, I
roots?
have, and that just gave me instant heartburn.
Oh god.
That was gross. Stop with this shit.
And Katie's
think
like,
I
I
get
don't know what's even wrong with my sister-in-law. Fuck her.
It wasn't that bad.
Mm-mm.
Well, your sister-in-law is fucking stupid, so...
Out of 10, Alicia?
Bye.
Hell, I mean,
You can't reach me under the table, can you, with a foot?
I know where you sleep.
Out of 10, Alicia?
He's the closest to the door.
Out of 10, Alicia?
We're
I'm
switching
blind.
spots
Stop sticking a finger up and say it.
tonight. It's this finger.
I know it's that finger. So 1. Out of 10?
I give it a 4.
Out of 10?
I give it a 6.5.
So 6.5 and a 4 is a 10.5. 11.5. I actually like the taste of this. It has that beautiful like cherry nib flavor. It has a little bit of ginger. It has a nice nice molasses.
There's a nice balance.
Yeah, it really is well balanced. I'm going to give that a 5.5. So that brings us up to 17. 17 divided by 4. We're just a little over a 4. So we're still below in the end of the beginning, which is right there. So these all have to go down just a little bit. Done. Look at that. Maple Rusky
Please
is
tell me we got
moving.
this.
He's moving.
He's moving up.
He's moved up quite a bit.
Moving on up
What are you doing?
to the west side.
I'm looking where satin is.
Oh, I should have gotten
Sink,
some ice
sink.
cream.
Oh, you fucker, you're right. And I had ice cream today. I normally don't like ice cream 2 days in a row, or 2 times in a day. All right,
You don't want McDonald's ice cream, though.
pick
right?
1 or 1, Chad.
1.
Oh, fuck me, Christ. You did a good one. Beerorama Mama.
So this is
Tropical
a this
IPA.
is a Bahama Mama type of thing.
Okay, and Joff. Well, it's Jeff,
Jeff.
but I always want to say it's Joff because it looks ridiculous. McLellan.
Alright, you can read about that while I get her
kinda like
all ready
McLovin.
here. And we're looking at 4.9% alcohol by volume, which is a low ABV for an IPA.
Here we go. Joff McLellan. It is Joff now.
Did
That's
you
what
do
are.
this on purpose? Did you save all the IPAs for the end of this?
Oh my God, look at that
Hate
color.
them?
So Chad's having a fucking cum fest over there. I'm gonna read
It even
this.
has a pink head. That means there's actual fruit in it.
This beer melds the flavors of the classic Bahama Mama, which is pineapple, orange, coconut, and grenadine, with an IPA. Have a sip, and you will be transported to sunny days spent enjoying the twist on the classic cocktail. I will say I enjoy Bahama Mamas.
You know
don't
what
like
I
Bahama
hate about
Mamas?
Bahamas
Why
Mamas?
not?
I always hated making Bahama Mamas at the
Fucking
casino.
Bahama Mamas are a bitch to make. I will give you that. They're up there with like zombies. I used to fucking hate zombies. Anything with grenadine, especially if you have to like dribble the grenadine in. Pain in the ass.
You drink too
Fucking
much
hate it.
coconut. Coconut's a natural diuretic. It'll give you the shits.
I didn't know that.
So I really like the color. I like the haze. I like the reddish color. The head has a
No
little
one
bit
asked
of a pink
you.
hue. Oh my God, that smells amazing.
Why do I get this?
It smells like
It smells like a Bahama Mama.
it does.
You get the coconut. You get the fruitiness.
You have almost what looks like
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 why? Like why
Not
does
the
my
same.
cup look like this?
Because you
this
got
is
the
not
Trade.
not
Cheers.
there. I can
Should
eat
trade.
you.
You want to trade? I'll give you this.
Nope.
What's wrong over there?
That's so fucking gross.
I think that's the sound she made when I asked her to marry me. No, no, no.
I think I heard that at the wedding too. I remember being there.
Do you take him as your husband? No, 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 no. Yes. Is that what happened?
No, it's not. You know it.
She cried a little bit actually at the wedding. It's the first time I've ever seen my sister cry.
You know, when she won over one of my friends there, we were sitting in my backyard with my dogs, and she knew that I was thinking about going to New Brunswick. And my friend goes to her, if he goes to New Brunswick, even though you've only been dating for a little while, would you go with him? And she's like, I would
No.
That's
I
what she
didn't
wanted.
say I would chase it. Oh, I think this is 1 minute. and his
Mine
car
is
our house.
Salah is on the way to Little Caesars.
You didn't get Saint.
We got Saint.
You got Salah, we got Saint.
Yeah.
I like this. It has a nice little coconut flavor. It has a nice little raspberry flavor. It has a nice little grenadine flavor.
I don't get the Bahama Mama off of it. I get too much of the coconut.
It smells like Bahama Mama. It
You
doesn't
know
taste
what?
like Bahama Mama.
You give me some rum,
Could deal with it. Yeah.
I could do that. This? Mm-mm.
I have rum. I have a full liquor cabinet upstairs.
Is it Dominican rum?
Yeah.
No, probably not.
No, I might have Dominican rum.
I actually don't mind that. I don't mind it. I don't love it. I don't mind it.
I'll give it a 6 1/4.
6 1/4 out from you. 6 1/4 and a 7 from you, honey.
2.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
so
really.
13 1/4, 15.
Oh, I think the mood's getting up.
I'd probably
It
do that at
is.
5.5. So that would put it.
Somebody asked what. Oh, Jacinda asked what cigar that is.
It's just a Colt.
Oh, Jacinda needs a Team Alicia shirt. I might have to get somebody to make that. Somebody needs to be on my team.
Team Alicia. It's the Team Jacob of this place. The less picked.
Okay, 1 second.
That's because you are Alicia.
Yeah,
You're
but who
Jacob.
wants
You're
the
not Edward.
sparkly vampire? What the fuck is
Apparently,
that
a lot of people wanted the sparkly vampire.
Oh, no.
I don't get the whole thing. I think both of them can go fucking die in a hole.
Okay, so we're gonna,
You know what? I got forced to watch that shit not once but twice. Once by you and once by high
I
school
never
friends.
watched
okay, excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
I got to
you
pee
did.
one more time.
You got the first
Mom
movie.
watched it.
I got
didn't
stuck
watch
into
it.
watching Twilight.
I read the books.
When I get back,
And-
we'll do comments, and then we'll start from the end and tell the rankings of all the Project Brew beers. Then we'll review these two, and we're done.
Pick it up. I love that they seal everything.
I love that someone's on your team.
I am too.
This is
Gracious
Chuck.
grace.
Yeah, this one's Chuck.
Holy fuck.
This is a
No.
bunch of. Did you get a lot?
Yeah.
I think I'm kissing carbonation at this point.
Thank you.
That's not just Chaz. There's other people's stuff in there.
It's all bad.
Hey, out. Or I beat you.
Oh.
So you're That's Chaz. Great.
I hear you, buddy. I hear you.
I'm saying barbecue sauce because you don't like it.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Whatever. I don't like barbecue sauce.
You don't like dipping sauce because you're a weirdo.
It's gross. I don't know. I just don't like barbecue sauce that much.
Damn.
What does she like?
Barbecue
She doesn't
sauce.
like dipping sauce for McNuggets. I don't
Neither
understand.
does Owen.
It's gross.
And then you got Harlow who eats just the nugget sauce and no nuggets. Actually, she's never had McDonald's, so.
We should have given her a little bit of the sauce you got today to see what she did.
No, that would be cool.
Katie today, she got cauliflower bites with, they said it was mild sauce, but they said it was the Frank's red mixed with butter, which does make mild. And it was like pure Frank's. So for me, it was fine. I tried a little bit. I'm like, oh, it's all right. Her, she inhaled it. And then she spends like 10 minutes going,
You ever inhaled hot sauce into your
Yes.
actual lungs?
I eat hot sauce all the time now.
Okay, so before we go on to the last two
Maritime
beers and to the
madness.
comments that are going on, we're going to rank beers from lowest to highest. So we'll start at the end. For us, for the four of us, we had Woodhaven Double IPA as dead last. Then we had Belgian Raspberry Blonde. Then we had 7 Meter New England IPA. At fourth last of 22, so of I guess 18 of 22, we have Radioactive Dry Hop Lager. 17 of 22, we have Muddy Miracle Sweet Oatmeal Stout. 16, we have Tickled by Mango Pale Ale. is that 16? No, there was 22 of them. 6, yeah, okay. 15, we have gold-rimmed glasses. 14, we have Birhama Mama. 14, we have End of the Beginning from our good buddy Maple Ruski.
About the midway point, which is funny. Ironic, if you ask me.
Well, he was one of the first beers, right? Which is why he looked so bad, because he started at the very beginning. After that, we have Stiff Liver Saison.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Pleasant Fields Saison with tea. Then we have Morning Coffee Buzz Coffee Stout with lactose.
Then we have Island Sour, Pineapple Mango, and Coconut Sour.
Okay.
Then we have Praise the Sun, Pale Stout. What are we at now?
What do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we should be at, there was 22. This should be like number 9.
9. So number 9, Minty Lemony Lager, International Lager. By Kevin Lee, who had one of the most confusing names of all time, because all over here was like Lee, just the name. From a simpler time, Historic Porter, which you beloved the fact that it was true to what it was supposed to be, which I'm glad it made it this high. And then we have Sour Flowers, Dry Hop Sour. Cafe Mocha, which is a Mocha Baltic Porter. And then coming into the top 4, number 4, we have She Wore a Raspberry Puree, which was fantastic.
She wore a raspberry puree.
Number 3 was Tangerine Dream, Tangerine and Mango. Number 2, Berry Fields, Raspberry and Blake Currant. And number 1.
Did you say and Blake Currant?
I don't fucking know what I said.
Black currant.
No, I said black currant.
No, you didn't.
What did I say? Blake? Did I say
Blake
Currant?
Currant.
It's a Blake Currant, bitches. That's what we're going with today.
Cut off.
'Cause I'm tired.
Sure,
And
that's what
number
it is.
1, I am fucking exhausted right now. We went on that fucking huge hike today. I'm way past my bedtime. I've been drinking heavily. It's a very terrible combo. Number 1 is Vacation Mango Ghost. Or what was it? Gose. It's
Gose.
Gose. By Cameron Marsh. And that one was great. I
Goes
really
up.
did-
There's no accent you on the E.
I'm gonna throw this fucking beer can
I'll
at
throw it right fucking back.
you.
Don't attack my wife, I'll have to hurt you.
No, you won't. You'll enjoy it. That's weird.
Only I'm allowed to hurt her in the bedroom.
Must have been end of the
Okay,
life.
that just hurt me a little bit. All right.
So that was the 22 beers from Project Brew. We do have 2 last beers to round this out. First and foremost, though, is there any comments there, honey?
Baby.
Fucking better be.
Team Alicia.
Hashtag Team Alicia.
Okay. Jacinda says, yeah, rum. See, my kind of girl. Rankings. Need a rundown. Brad Jensen needs a rundown of the McDonald's order 2. Thinking about a couple Baconators. We didn't get. Jacinda Blair says, why is McDonald's sauce next to nothing? I hear you on that one. She's also she's very surprised that is a very IPA at the end. Not a fan of the IPAs. Oh yeah, because that one at the very end is the last, and I about puked it. back up.
IPAs, you know, I don't think anyone here is a huge IPA fan. Chad, you're not even a really big IPA fan, are you? IPAs, I feel like, and you said this earlier, Alicia, that IPAs, people who like IPAs either don't really like IPAs and they just think they're trying to be cool, or they have no fucking taste buds.
They don't give you ketchup anymore?
No, they don't. They're fucking cheap coffee cutters.
Motherfuckers.
And because ketchup is expensive shit these days. Can't get it in Canada anymore because fuck you, Heinz.
Frenchies.
Fucking bastards. Yeah, Frenches. Go Frenches. But yeah, you said this earlier with IPA. Honestly, IPAs, I've never got the love of IPAs. A lot of my friends like IPAs, and I really feel like they don't like IPAs. I feel like it's something college guys drink so that they can be like, I like IPAs. Like, they're fucking awesome, man. Like, it's
I like
ridiculous.
IPAs that are fruity and juicy. I don't
But then
like...
it's not an IPA. It's a fucking fruity, juicy beer. I'm sorry. It's just you stop being an IPA then. You have to get away from being an IPA to be a good
Honey, are you
IPA.
a little bit hungry over there?
Yes, I'm a little bit hungry over here. Any other
Fucking
comments?
starving and don't call me honey. It's weird and awkward.
You're just talking at McDonald's like it's nobody's business.
Any other comments?
Nope.
Okay. Last two beers. This one is from the Target Brew series, made by Maximir Susek. This is 6.4% alcohol. It's a wee heavy, which is a Scottish brand of beer. This is unicorn juice.
Braith, I expect more of a reaction out of you.
What?
It's unicorn
Unicorn.
juice.
Yeah, but
Like, if you were old enough, I feel like you'd be all over this shit.
yeah, but they probably ruined their beer taste.
Maybe they put, there are sparkles in some beer. They put sparkles in beer.
That just seems like a waste of sparkles, to be honest.
That does-
Exactly.
Excuse me.
This has an interesting color to it. I can already kind of see it being poured out. It almost has like a purplish tinge to it.
This doesn't scream unicorn to me, though.
No.
There's
Does it
nothing
not-
unicorn.
That is the most un-unicorn thing I've ever seen in my life. And I've been to some really rough places in my life.
Smells horrible.
Does it smell horrible?
I've been to Hamilton, and Hamilton may be the most least unicorn place in the world.
It smells like a wee heavy. It just has like a little bit of caramel, a little bit of roastiness.
It's stouty.
It's stouty.
It
I
is.
could see that.
It's stouty.
Color is
I
like
get
a
stout
deep,
taste.
deep amber. You try it?
Nope.
No, not yet. Sorry, I meant to say
Nope.
stout flavor, not taste. But
Alicia says no.
Nope.
Horrible. Don't
Not a fan.
0 out of
Nope.
10. Don't recommend.
it tastes like a stout.
That's some disgusting shit right there.
Yeah. Little roasty, little toasty, a little bit of like burnt caramel taste. I don't mind that.
It's not bad.
I'd give that a 6 out of 10. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, they're things
I wouldn't
dry.
cuddle with that in bed, but it wouldn't be kicked out of my bed.
Which is saying something.
Clearly, we don't sleep in the
Which
same bed
is saying
then.
something because I know what you sleep with at night.
What, you mean she sleeps with something better than me?
You know what? You're the best thing to walk into this family other than my wife, okay?
He's just trying to make up for the whole. And I was happier there was a Pac-Man suit than getting married.
That was such a highlight of my wedding. That's the sad thing. Because I love you, babe. I do. But the fact that he's a Pac-Man suit is just amazing. My favorite coffee cup to drink out of is a Pac-Man cup. I mean, come on. I would wear a Pac-Man suit.
I-
And
You
maybe...
can't justify your shitty comment by expressing your love for Pac-Man. It doesn't work. Cool.
The look on her,
That's
the look on
me,
her
not
face.
you.
The look on her face is basically shut the fuck up.
I love you.
What do you love Pac-Man?
I love Pac-Man.
Last
too.
I
beer-
can give you the
last beer of the
website for
night.
the divorce court papers if you want. I can find that for you.
Last beer of the night is the Brown Ale by Laura Garzon. It is 4.5% alcohol. It's another Target Brew series. This is Dog's Nose. Dog's
I don't
Nose.
like it. Already, dog's nose. This sounds horrible.
You don't like Colleen's
I
nose?
feel like
I
it'll
do,
be...
but it's messy. And only because it's attached
We
to
have a
Halloween.
dog back home that has no nose.
What?
Its nose has been,
Ray, would you be so kind to go get my order from the
and she's gonna have German Shepherd puppies by the time we get back.
Which means her puppies will end up getting killed.
Yeah, well, I'll steal one. No,
No, give me the fucking cup.
I don't want it.
I wonder what Jen thought of the handcuffs I left tied to the
I
bed.
don't know. Oh, we should ask Ashley that. Did she mention the handcuffs?
So when we left, we had one of our subordinates end up in our house to do a house sitting. Subordinates.
I just feel like that's the wrong term to use here, buddy. I'm sorry.
She is under us. She is supervisor. We are-
Hey, you're not doing... Okay, supervisor is the
Did
right
you
tone.
read the car that caught on fire comment?
What?
A car caught on fire by the quick stop.
No, I didn't.
Quick
So-
stop unfortunately is still intact.
So you're down to what, 4 cars in town now? Like,
No, we got more than that. The hospital alone's got
So yeah,
more
so she's
cars.
watching our house while we're gone, and I tied a set of handcuffs to the fucking bed.
yeah, I do love that you did that. That's fucking hilarious.
So that's a ruby red color.
what scares me is that you didn't go
Oh.
buy these handcuffs
It's the
specifically
worst
for
one
that.
today.
No, I bought those handcuffs for us.
Even worse than that fucking thing down there. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
It's
Very
not the
fucking
worst one
bitter.
we've had today, but it is bitter.
I don't
It
like
smells
bitter.
sweet though.
It's not.
It's another one of those bland ones for me where there's no flavor to it.
Oh, that's not a great brown ale.
Mm.
That's just kind of
Yeah, at least that
Yucky.
thing down there had like something, like it kicked you. It wasn't
That's
good
just-
something, but it had something. This is
that's
bad.
just burnt. That's just tobacco.
That's got nothing going on.
Oh, it's fucking beer bottle with a cigarette in it. That's what
Yes.
And I
In fact,
drank that beer
The
before. It's
fact that
terrible.
all of you know what that tastes like worries
Tastes
me.
like that.
You know, I've
just
been a
little.
bouncer for a good part of my life, right?
What?
I was a bouncer for a good part of my life.
Yeah, and
Sometimes you have a beer bottle that had
And
cigarettes
you-
in it.
drank it?
By accident, yes.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I've grabbed
It
beer
wasn't
bottles.
like I said, please put a cigarette out in my beer and let me drink it.
Listen,
Yeah, it was
I'm
always
only
by
2 years
accident.
younger than
Here, did you
you.
want this?
Never tasted
Some of
that.
it, not all
Ever.
of it.
You can share it with Braith.
Mm.
Good
job.
Out of 10,
That's a 1.
that's a 1.
Fucking -5.
Out of 10,
Jacinda
Oh, you know
says
what,
the
Denise?
unicorn juice looks more like gross. Looks gross more than like unicorn.
Okay, so
I agree. Jason.
again, it's bland for me. It's middle of the road. It's not bad. It's not good. 5.
Would you like one, Grace?
I'd probably put it at a 5 as well. It's not the worst thing I've ever drank, but it's not something I would.
No, it's very low. I think Bud Light is better than that.
Ooh, that's saying something.
Yeah.
Bud Light does taste better than that.
So we're done with the 24 beers. So guys, while we finish here, do you want to talk about anything? Anything you want to chat about?
A lot of people say goodnight so
Okay.
far.
Good night, guys. Any other comments?
Just Maple Risky saying cheers. He's
Cheers
off
to
to
you, sir.
do some reviews himself. Jacinda was really excited about the unicorn juice until she saw it. Now not so excited about
we
it.
were all excited about the unicorn juice. I wanted to
pretty
see
much
a
it.
bright purple or a pink. I wanted to see one with the
I
raspberry
wanted to
ones
see
come
one of
out.
the sparkle beers.
Actually,
wanted to
would've
see
been
something
kinda
cool.
if they figured out how to make it layered, and it just came out as a fucking rainbow. That would have been amazing.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us for this
I would have
virtual.
given it a 10 just for that.
Thank you for joining us for the virtual beer festival. Have a lovely night. Au revoir. I'll be on toast. See you soon. Bye bye.
See you later.
And we're done.